got in, I got out. Giving all glory to God, hold up, this ain't me. Tell me how we went from trapping to rapping on BET. Last week I told investing to the Kansas City Chiefs. Golden rule to invest and make that money while you sleep. They say trap a perfect mixture of Warren Buffett and Meach. No more shoebox money, them portfolios you keep. Golden rule to invest and make that money while you sleep. I'm gone.
What's good, what's good, what's good, family? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trappin. And first and foremost, man, happy Mardi Gras. Oh, man, listen. Man, I'm just so excited to be here today. And I just want to tell each and every one of y'all, before we get started, man, thank y'all for just y'all energy, man, and what y'all bring to the show. We see y'all in the chats, we see y'all in the comments, we see y'all with the reposts. And I just want y'all to know that without you all, you know, not only myself, but everybody here, we don't have no purpose. You know, there is no Wall Street looks like us now without the us. There is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need y'all to understand that there is no turning our lane to an asset. You know what I'm saying? There is no generational wealth without this generation. Right? Like, we become the stepping stones. We become the trailblazers. We become the pioneers, because the thing about generational wealth is a lot of times we won't be here to see if it's generational. And so coming here every Tuesday, we have fun, we laugh, we joke, we play. That's my way of saying thank y'all. And y'all allow me to just be myself every time we do these shows. So I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for rocking out. Thank y'all for everything that y'all do. This episode, I won't say 180, Jose. 181, man. We 19 more episodes from 200 episodes. Man, that's not possible without y'all. And I myself am 100% thankful. I myself am 100% grateful for y'all, because we don't get to 181 without one of y'all watching. And I just want to tell y'all that, man. Thank y'all for the night, man. Let's go. All right, man, so I have something on my mind as we talk about this. When Jose gave me the topic, it was beautifully, because we did something in the Patreon this week last week that was kind of off the script for us. Last Friday, kind of about 3:30, I put in a group and I said, hey, y'all, I'm exiting every play but these 3 plays, right? And the group was like, wait, what? Wait, what? What? Like, exit everything except for 3 plays. We taking profits on everything we in. Whatever losses we have, we're going to keep them small. We're going to get rid of them. It's the feast before the sacrifice, right? And I know it kind of caught them off guard, because it's like, man, Trap don't operate like that. Trap don't really maneuver like that. Like, we endure. We go through the go-through so we can get on the other side. Trap always tell us we can't time the market. We got to be in the market. And that is 100% true. But there's moments when we got to say, hey, let me step back a little bit. Because you see the game and we see the chessboard, right? And and it was on my mind. So I'm like, yo, we got a 3-day weekend we about to go through. The market is already unstable. And when Jose gave me this topic, it made me think about something. You don't lose your discipline in the sacrifice. You lose your discipline and your focus when you feasting. Yeah. That's when you lose it, because when you seeing green candles run up, and when you seeing trends are following, everything trending up, and you seeing bullish engulfing candles everywhere, and you seeing inverted head and shoulders everywhere, and you know, you seeing double bottoms there, like, you feel good. You seeing the cup and handles pull up, right? You seeing number strength, right? That's the time where you can just take anything and throw it in the market and you make some money. Boom, everybody is amazing in those times, right? But that's when you lose focus. That's when you lose discipline. That's when you lose strategy. That's when you disregard the system. The feast is where more people get slaughtered than the sacrifice. The feast is where more people get slaughtered. And the reason why more people get slaughtered in the feast is because as you get full, you're only prepping yourself to be the sacrifice. Right? So as you get full, you're pre-framing yourself for the platter. That's what happens, because you're full. You intoxicated by the profits. Right? You feel like you can't miss. You got diamond hands. Everything good. It look good holding on. Oh, it's a little pullback. I'm all right. I'll be fine. I'll be good. But we not paying attention to the environment. And I just like, yo, as a leader, as somebody that's evolving, as somebody that's growing, it would only be right about telling my people, hey, y'all, I don't like this environment. Right? I'm not a day trader. I'm not a scalper. I'm a swing trader. I'm a position trader. I don't like this environment. Even though we had a bunch of wins, right? We took some losses, but I'm like, yo, I don't like this environment. I don't want to be the sacrifice. I want feast. Right? They're like, yeah, Trapper, you could pay the downside. You could, but what I'm noticing about this environment is what they doing, they whipsawing us in a way where buyers getting trapped, sellers getting trapped, and everybody just anticipating, everybody figuring it's gonna go their way, but everybody getting trapped. And now you're saying, hey, watch this, let me get $100 right here. Let me get $50 right here. Now you're trying to snatch and grab. So now you feeding into the sacrifice. You feeding into it. I'm like, nah, bro, like, I don't like this environment. And I don't care. Nope, I'm not a day trader. Nope, I'm not that. Yep, I'm reading the chart. Yep, I am reading the chart. Yep, I am reading the volume. Yep, I am reading the price action. Yep, I am reading market sentiment. I've been here before, and I notice every time I'm here, when I'm here, I let my ability to endure be my superpower instead of letting my ability to be patient be my superpower. And I ain't ready for the sacrifice. Let me rephrase that. I ain't ready to be sacrificed. I ain't ready to be sacrificed. And so I was willing to tell my people, hey, let's just step to the side right quick, y'all. And I'm not saying the market about to bottom out. I'm just saying, like, I don't like this environment. Like, I remember being a hustler in the street, right? And I remember one of my OGs always told me, like, pay attention to your gut because it's going to keep you alive. Pay attention to your instinct because it's going to keep you alive. Don't disregard when your mind say don't go that way. Don't disregard when your instincts say don't go that way. Don't disregard when your instincts say stay inside. Don't disregard when your instincts say don't go with them. Don't disregard when your instincts say don't get in that car. Don't disregard that. As a matter of fact, pay attention to it. As a matter of fact, double down on it. Double down on it. And so that popped up for me just now. It came to me in that moment where I said, hey, hold up, man. Like, what's that feeling? Why do I feel like that? It reminds me of that feeling. Okay. And every time I felt that, I dodged the bullet. Every time I felt that, I missed, like somebody else got hit, and I'm like, oh, I was supposed to be with them. Right? And so I just had that feeling again. I was like, hey, you know what, y'all? Like, y'all can do what y'all want, but I'm telling you what I'm about to do because, I just want to step back for a minute. Like, we got 10 more months in a year. We got a whole bunch of money to make. I just want to step back for a second. I want to let this play out for a second. I want to see if my intuition telling me what it always told me. And this time, I'm going to let my patience be the superpower, not my ability to endure. And I'm starting to look at myself in a different way. Like, hey, we got to be like a Swiss Army knife. You got to be able to adapt in any environment. And being able to adapt in any environment means sometimes I'm going to be aggressive. Sometimes I'm going to be cautiously aggressive. And sometimes I'm going to just sit on the side and let everybody get trapped. Or let the day traders have a field day. Let the scalpers have a field day. Let the futures people have a field day. And the thing about that is, I don't get mad when I'm seeing other people making money. I don't get anxious when I see other people making money. It just lets me know that the machine is still working. Just let me know the machine's still working. It just helped me understand that, like, the feast is what most people get. They get positioned to be sacrificed. They're positioned. And then I think about Joseph for a second, right? And one of the things that I admire about that was, like, think about this for a second. I want you to think about, like, how pivotal and how powerful and how profound this is. I'm gonna say that again. I want you to think about how pivotal, powerful, and profound that this is, what I'm about to say to you, right? He had a dream. In the dream he said, he told Pharaoh, he said, hey, yo, listen, we about to have 7 years of this, and then we're gonna go through that. Right? So we gotta prepare for this because we about to have a drought. Now, here's the dope part about it. In your mind, you like 7 years? What? Let me stack it up right now. But he did something that was profound. They stacked up and they stuck to the script. They stacked up and they believed in the vision. They stacked up and they said, hey, if we gonna go through 7 years of that, we gonna prep for it now. Now, some people could have said, you know what? I'm gonna eat mine now and I'm gonna worry about that later. Some people could have said, yo, I'm gonna just eat now and I can endure the 7 years. Or watch this, I can eat now and then when the famine come, I can leave here and go somewhere else. Right, there's so many avenues, right? But there's a certain group of people that say, hey, I'm gonna understand the visionary. Watch this, I'm gonna yield to the instruction given to me. Right, I'm gonna yield to the instruction given to me so that I can be properly prepared when it's time to sacrifice. Watch this, because I'm not gonna be the sacrifice. Right, because here's what we know when people get hungry. Watch me here. In a famine, when everybody hungry, everybody looks like dinner. Right? So when everybody hungry and we not prepared, now you look like dinner, and you look like dinner, and you look like dinner. Well, let me make it make sense. When you thirsty for, that look like a good trade, that look like a good trade, that look like a good trade, that look like a good business to invest in, that look like a good real estate, that look like good crypto, that look like, when you hungry and it's famine, all you want to do is eat and everything look like a meal. Everything look like a meal. And then we already understand that everything that you eat ain't good for you. Let me say it a little different. Everything that look good ain't good. Right? And so when we start understanding that everything that look good ain't good, we know that everything that look like a meal not supposed to be digested by us. So like, I'm cool with the feast, but it's in the feast where you got to have the most discipline. Right? You ever went to an all-you-can-eat buffet and you eat so much, now you sitting there, you like, bruh, why did I eat all that? Right? You ever go to your people's house for the holidays, right? And watch this, it's plentiful. Tita made the meal in the big pot. She got the gumbo in the big pot. She got the favorite dishes in the big pot. She got the yam, everything in the greens, everything in the big pot. You can eat all you can eat, but guess what? You ain't got no discipline, so guess what you're doing? You eat until you full, and now you lazy, and guess what? Now you easy to be sacrificed. You off your senses. You can't move. You're sick. I'm sick. I'm full. Same thing. Where the discipline at? Right? We get so intoxicated with what we want to have. We try to impose our will. Right? We try to impose our will. We try to make the market do what we want it to do. We try to make life do what no, it don't work like that. There's moments to be aggressive. There's moments to be optimistic. There's moments to be cautiously aggressive. There's moments to be cautiously out. But then there's moments you got to see the thing for what it is. You got to see it for what it is. And sometimes we can only see a thing for what it is once we've been through it. Damn. They missed that one. They missed that one. Like, you can only recognize a pattern when you've been through it before. Right? So if you're a new person in the game, whether it's trading, whether it's investing, whether it's futures, you're going to make a lot of mistakes because watch this, you haven't developed the keen eyesight to identify the pattern. Right? So that's why it's good for you to partner with somebody who's been through some stuff. That's why it's good for you to be with some people that have navigated these moments before. That's why it's good for you to take heed to the instruction that the person giving, because evidently, if you trust them and you rocking with them, you see that they've been through this for a while. So your inexperience, watch this. Your inexperience is actually the handicap. Your inexperience is the thing that puts you in position to be sacrificed. Yeah. Now here's the thing about this. Now, like, there's a lot of people that done been through it, but everybody ain't get the same lesson from it. Yeah. There's a lot of people that done been through it. There's a lot of people that navigated this. There's a lot of people that can say, I done been here before, but you got to ask, okay, well, what did you learn from it? And now you, as a person with inexperience, what you need to do now is compare the answers on the test. See who learned. And then see which one fits you the best. And so what I'm just saying to you is like, yep, we good for the feast, but I don't want to be sacrificed. I learned a lot. I don't like to get burned twice. Right? I got shot the first time. I said, damn, like, I really don't want to feel that again. I got stabbed the first time. I said, hey, I really don't like how that felt. I don't really like that. Right? I touched the, hey, that's hot. I don't really like that. I don't really like how that feel. And so now you start saying, how do I get myself out of a position that's within my control that's gonna make me feel that? And as a matter of fact, this environment looked the same as the last time that happened to me. And so you know what? I'm gonna take heed to that small voice in my head. And the dope part about it is, if it doesn't go that way, you didn't do nothing but train yourself to listen to the voice. And if it does go the way you think it's gonna go, you actually have built more confidence in listening to the voice. All right, let me say that again, because I think you missed it. I think you thought this was a win-lose situation. See, one of your biggest problems is you haven't even trained yourself to listen to yourself. Right, because it can be so much noise. Right? It can be so much noise going on. What happens is you don't hear your voice because you too busy listening to everybody else's voice. And so you haven't learned how to hear yourself. And because you ain't learned how to hear yourself, watch this, you haven't learned how to trust yourself in difficult situations. Because they got so much noise going on, you look always outside of yourself for directions, not knowing that if you look deep within, there's a whole lot of instruction right there. You just got to figure out what to tie to. What environment have you been in before that you can tie this to and give you relatability metrics? Oh my God. So that's what I'm asking you. Matter of fact, let me rephrase that. This is what I'm implying to you. Don't let the feast prepare you for the furnace. Right? Don't let the feast that you just had prepare you for the furnace. Let the feast be a reminder of what's to come. It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trappin, episode 181. The feast before the sacrifice. Let's go, man.
Fat Tuesday. What you supposed to say? Happy Fat Tuesday? Happy Mardi Gras?
Either those are good, Jose.
Or is it Merry? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to learn, bro. Look,
Merry?
I've been engulfed.
Merry?
Like Merry Christmas, Merry Mardi Gras, Merry Fat Tuesday. I've been engulfed in this thing of this New Orleanians ethos for the last, 4 years now. So, bro, I'm really feeling like I'm a cousin.
Say Merry Mardi Gras.
Like, I really feel like I'm a part of this thing, so I'm just trying to learn.
Merry Mardi Gras, bro.
Merry Mardi Gras, bro.
What am I gonna do with him, bro? Listen, let me tell you something crazy. I was out this weekend and somebody DM me and they said, I don't know where it was, but they said, Trap, you at the garage? And I bust out laughing, bro.
At the garage.
Bro, when I said I bust out laughing,
I said,
that's the Jose moment.
That's
I thought
Jose.
you weren't gonna catch a Trap. I said, bro, I would never in my life forget that man said,
bro, you should have screenshot sent me that. Bro, that would have made my whole night. Real talk, though, I'm proud of you, bro. You came back from the garage. You know what I'm saying? Came back from...
Yeah, man.
It's Super Sunday, right? No.
What?
What is the thing that happened on... What is the thing got going on?
Mardi Gras.
Just Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Today, Fat Tuesday.
Why would it be Super Sunday on a Tuesday?
No, listen. When you went down there, that was Super Sunday, right?
No, man.
Oh, see, I got some homework to do. I'm slipping.
Nah.
I'm slipping. Well, anywho, you came back today, and y'all, I need y'all to understand this is like a pivotal moment for me. I got 3 yeses and 2 no's out of you today, bro.
Oh, man.
Man, give yourself, can we get I need my own sound effects. Look, I had made a remix, a Mardi Gras New Orleans remix to the intro. He was like, nah.
Nah, that wasn't it.
You know what I'm saying? We made the decorations happen. We had some food come through. You know what I'm saying? We changed a little bit of the background. 3, I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take that. You know what I'm saying?
I like it, man. I think, being from New Orleans, bro, Mardi Gras is just such a holiday. We always say that it's Tuesday everywhere else in the world, but it's a special day for us, man. And I think just recently New Orleans was categorized as the third largest Mardi Gras, the third largest carnival.
Okay.
And so yeah, that was really good to be able to be that. And I think for me, something even more pivotal, something even more like amazing and phenomenal, was just spending time with my daughter, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about something while I was with her out there. My daughter got this thing now. I don't know if it's a New Orleans thing or whatever, but she wants to be on the dance team, right? She wants to be a majorette. So like every time my daughter called me on the phone, she'd be like, "Daddy, look at this routine. Look at this routine." So she got her batons and she be in her mama room and she be, and I'm from New Orleans, so I'm not like as opposed to it as like probably a regular dad would be, because I know it's part of like New Orleans culture. You know what I'm saying? Like to be in the bands, be a majorette, be on the dance team, walk for Mardi Gras. Like that's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, so I don't talk. I'm like, all right, let me see this thing. You can't, you got to make it go between your legs. I kind of encourage it, you know what I'm saying? And so being out there with her this week, man, I watched the joy in her, like watching the majorettes. She was like, "Daddy," she's trying to explain stuff to me. I got my homies with me. I got my cousins and them with me. We all out there. We watching her, and she saw one of her little cousins. She made me walk like 6 blocks to follow her little cousin. And I was looking at the young kids, man. I'm 43 right now, and you take for granted your youth when you have it.
Oh yeah.
Bro, when I said, bro, like I'm looking at the young kids and I had a moment where I went back in my head and I was like, damn, dog, like I remember when I was 13, 14, 15, I was in a band in New Orleans and like I remember like, trying to date somebody in the majorettes, trying to date somebody on the flag team, or trying to date, one of the, because they the cool girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in New Orleans. Like in New Orleans, like if you in a band, you be more popular than somebody on a football team. Especially if you're in a good band. So I went to Kennedy. So depending on who you ask, like we was either the best band or one of the top 3 bands. So just depending on, I'm not gonna get into all that. That's a New Orleans thing. But that school that I went to when I went to Kennedy, it was known for like one of the best schools for like the coldest girls, right? It's like, it was it. It was the ones, there was the new-news, a school full of new-news walking around, you know what I'm saying? And so now I remember just always trying to, like my goal was to try to like date one. And so the band stopped in front of us a couple of times where we was at. And I remember seeing the band stop, and I remember seeing the band members come like take pictures with the majorettes, and they taking pictures, and in my head I was smiling because I said, they don't even realize how they gonna look back on that picture 20 years from now, and it's gonna just bring a whole set of emotions to them.
Yeah.
Right? Because you don't think about it when you 15 and 14, I'm in a band, I'm having fun, and in her mind, like she a majorette, like life is good, your skin is flawless, you look amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like you youthful and you don't see it, you don't get it, because when you youthful, you can't wait to get older.
Right.
You can't wait to be, probably not 50s, but you can't wait to be like 20, 30.
18, 21.
Yeah, and when you that age, you kind of want to be 21 to 25. But you ain't realize like, 30 knocking. And then 40 knocking. You know what I'm saying? But you don't think that far. And so as I'm sitting there, bro, I'm thinking like, damn, I remember being 15, 14, marching these parades. And then like, I wish I had pictures of that. You You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish, like, I know some people I went to school with and all that, but like, I don't have the pictures because I went to prison, and then I start thinking about, damn, bro, I really went to prison, bro. Like, I want my daughter having a moment, but I'm like, damn, dog, like, I really went to prison at 16 years old, bro. Like, and I'm talking to my partner, Theron, he on side of me, so he went to prison. So I went to prison in 1999. He went to prison in 1996. We got out the same time. He did it for manslaughter. I did it for attempt murder, and then they had another fall part. He got the less amount of time. And I'm talking to him, and I say, bro, he got his daughter. And I say, bro, we don't realize how, even at a young age, we let life rush us. And it wasn't really life, it was the environment. We let the environment rush us. Right? We let the environment tell us we had to be gangsters. We had the environment rush us to, be in the streets. We let the environment rush us. And bro, I look back at everybody who I went to school with, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, like, I almost envy them in a way. In a way, I almost envy them, dog. Because, like, even when that nigga Tootie, bro, that's my nigga, dog. I don't care what it is. Like, I envy that because that nigga kept me in school.
Yeah.
As long as he could. That nigga kept me in school. That nigga kept me in that band. And when I was going through, he was like, hey, bro, man, we brothers. It's a brotherhood. You stay in the band. And Tootie really made me think about college. He loved that band crap so much, bro. He influenced all of us to, like, we little hooligans, bro. But he loved it. Like, he loved it like I love stocks now.
Yeah.
Like, he was infatuated when we was in the 7th grade. And we was in the 7th grade, like, high schools was recruiting that dude, bro. He was that good on the baritone, bro. And so he made all us go to Kennedy. Like, man, y'all tripping. Y'all need to go to Kennedy. We in middle school in Southern universities asking him to come to their band camps, bro. And so I remember me I got put out of Kennedy. I go to Booker T, which was like East Side High, lean on me. Then I wound up going to prison. And I remember, like, all them dudes still cool. Yeah. Now, they still know me. I'm their dog. Man, that's Leon, man. That's free, man. Yeah, but they had the high school experience. They had the college experience. 3 of them, I saw them, they teaching at marching bands now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn, dog, like, again, I'm not mad at nothing because life has a way of taking us all through we got to go through. But I now feel like, damn, like, that college experience was probably, going to Southern, going to that. I'm like, bro, that probably was a gangster-ass experience, dog. Because you tied in for something.
Yeah.
You can never forget, like, bro, we was in a band together. We went to college together. Whether we graduated college or not, we went to college. But I'm pretty sure the people who graduated, that's a whole nother experience. You know what I'm saying? And so as I was looking at that, I was just with my daughter, and I was like, bro, I just want to make sure she have all the experiences. I want her to always, and I thought about this, and I took some pictures of us, and I said to myself, man, she's gonna look back, and this was real good, and I'm gonna get back to the show. We'll get on the show, I apologize. But I remember taking the pictures of us, and I said to myself, I'm 43, she's 10. I don't have that many years left where I'm gonna be able to put her on my neck and catch beads.
Right.
And chase floats down. Like, I don't have that many years. I have younger kids, yeah, but for her, I don't have too many more years where I'm, you know what I'm saying? I could take my daughter, like, toss her up, put her on my neck, boom. We walk through the crowd. I'm making sure she catching bees. I'm one hand taking her all, boom, come on. What's up? She's like, yeah, daddy. And do it for a whole parade. So we took the pictures, and I said to myself, I'm gonna frame this picture. And I said about, God give me the life 10, 15, 20 years from now, I want her to look at that picture, and I want to see the memories that it brings to her. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, I remember I was on my daddy's neck, Bacchus Parade, he flew in, and then that whole thing gonna trickle down emotions. Then we went to breakfast that morning, we walked the parade that day, we went to Popeyes, You know what I'm saying? That's what memories do, bro. So anyway, had a great time, home, love it. Was amazing, man. There's no city like New Orleans. You know, no knock to no other city, bro. I just love my city, and I just think it's one of them cities that is truly a gem in the United States.
Definitely a different experience.
Truly a gem.
Definitely.
So let's shout out to our people, man, right quick in the chat, man. Ashley, what's good? Ashley, shout out to Ash, shout out to Nat. We appreciate y'all, Queen, so much. Y'all so loyal. E-Will was good. Wallstreet Nell was good. Real Mike was good. Carolina Blue was good. Cheesy Bread was good. Paul Bricks was good. Chopper Fellas was good. Hosea was good. KT Tactical was good. Toots was good. Drift, I see you was good. Freddie Cruz, I see you was good. Big Bread 72, what's up, family? Tori Simmons, I see you, Queen. Charlotte Brooks 5433 was good, beloved. Tamara Buchanan was good. Black Phoenix was good. I'm just trying to go down the chat, y'all. Larry Morgan was good. I ain't seen you in a minute, family. Leon Barnes was good. Cynthia Creations 9021 was good. Doug Perry was good. Sean Pipe was good. SME TJ was good, man. I just talked to Trey Snatch the other day and talked about you, TJ. Sue Whippy was good. Stu Gotti, I see you. Shazam X, I see you. 504 Stock Cap, I see you. Alex, I see you, man. Nathan Higgins, I see you, man. I'm just calling y'all out. Pascal, I see you, man. Leon Barnes, I see you. Gabriel Parks, I see you. AV Go Get It, I see you. Kevin Crawford, I see you. Shameless on Wall Street, I see you. I like that name. DCTBG, god dang, man. I see you. Leon M3, I see you. Davion, what's good, family? Shout out to the squad, man. I see y'all in there, man. Ernso, I see you, man. Eric OG64, I see you, man. King Me 305, I see you, brother. John 8668, I see you, man. Big Dot, I see you, man. Mr. MVP, I see you, man. Just calling y'all out, man. Just want to show my people some love, man. All right, Jose, let's get to the first generation, first gen million. No, I see you, man.
Nobody do shout-outs, bro.
Huh?
Nobody do shout-outs. That shows like the level of appreciation we got for the trappers, like for real.
Nobody don't do shout-outs?
Nah, definitely. And if they do, they definitely do it at this level. So salute to all the trappers.
We just rock with our people the way we rock with our people, yeah.
No, hold up real quick, because I know you about to bring in 3 or 4 more. You was telling a story about the majorettes. What's the thing that they hold?
The baton.
Okay.
What you about to call it?
I just thought it was called a baton. But when you said it the first time, I was like a baton or something like that. But it's all good. We're going to let that rock. Again, I'm just learning the vernacular of the New Orleans. Let's get it. What we talk about today?
Oh, man, we got a lot to talk about, man. Got a lot going on in the market right now. Just some instability. We got some Fed talks coming up. We definitely going to talk about that. We got to talk about some Palantir. We got to talk about some inflation data that came out, some job data that came out, dope outlook on the market that we're going to talk about. Double R was good. So yeah, that's what we got today. We got a lot to talk about. Why you asking for the baton?
Because I ain't never heard it pronounced that way.
What you heard it?
Baton.
Huh?
Baton. But the first time you had kind of put like a baton.
A baton. A baton.
Baton.
I don't know, man. I'm trying not to flush you right now, bro.
Right, no, we good.
I'm real close.
Again, I'm in learn mode. That's all. Happy Fat Tuesday.
Close. Get me real close, man. All right, man. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to our they say, man, flush him, y'all. I'm good. Flush him. We flush him, man. He out of here. He can't last.
See, I be having they back, and you see how they do
Yeah,
it?
they was like,
All
nah,
right,
Trappers
it's all
ain't
good.
tripping. Flush it, dog. We gotta flush it, dog. We gotta flush it with the people, bro. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's get to our, that's a good picture, man. I like when I'm laughing, bro. I like laughter.
Yeah.
Laughter is good, bro. You know something I'm real too, bro? I laugh a lot when I'm home, bro. I laughed a lot when I was home, bro.
What is it? The environment, the air, the weather. You know what I'm saying? It be cold out here.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna say this, bro. I think this is true testament. I think when I first left New Orleans, I've always loved the city. I've always talked amazing about it. I just wanted to take my life to another level, and I wanted to, just like evolve. And I think what happened was, I think I got here in Atlanta, and let me say this, man, I think Atlanta's a dope-ass place. Bro, I don't care what people be talking about scamming and all that, bro. That's everywhere in the world. I think Atlanta is a dope-ass spot, dog. And I don't think people actually give it, I'm gonna say this, I don't know if it's as culturally as rich, but I will say it is a historic city. Right? And maybe I just haven't tapped into their culture as of yet because I just came as an entrepreneur. So that's why I'm not going to disregard that. But historically, they're rich. And they laid a lot of foundation for the success you see in blacks across the world. Right? They set the tone. You know what I'm saying? They set a tone. And so definitely, I got nothing but love for the A. Like the A was my breath of fresh air. I also think when I came here, bro, I just got into business. I wasn't really a heavy networker like that. That's kind of not my MO. Like I'm not a networker, so I don't probably maximize it for that like it should be. And once I this is just being realistic, once I kind of like toned down the strip club thing in me, that was my thing. Like, I go to strip club, I go to 255 on Peachtree, like, that was my vibe. You catch me on Peachtree every day of the week, and then you catch me at strip club. Like, that was my vibe. And so, kind of like, once I kind of like toned down the strip club part of me, and then once Peachtree kind of went gone, I kind of just be chilling. So I think I just work all the time. I'm always in the same routine. But when I go home, I think I'm relaxed. Like I'm back with my homies, I'm back with the squad. We understand the boundaries on what I ain't about to do. And then I just get to eat, bro. And one of the things that was real dope for me being home this while, everywhere I went, at least 10, 15 people was just like, bro, I'm so effing proud of you. But it was like, bruh, keep it up, bro. Like, we see it now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that was powerful for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, sometimes you just want to be impactful at the house. For me, that's what it was. And so when you get home and you see the people at the house like really like digging in, it make you know that it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? And for me, being from New Orleans and being, somewhat a success, you always want home to love you. But it's a toxic relationship. But you want home to love you. You know what I'm saying? And so seeing how much love I get when I be home, bro, like, man, like, I love that. So anyway, let's get to it, man. All right, man. So I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I'm more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will a generation behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am an architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper, and Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, man. All right. So, all right, man. Let's start off, man. What we start off with? We can do the chart first. First of all, I want to shout out to the squad, man, too, man. Y'all see we got the Mardi Gras.
You know what I'm saying? Festives.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nat. She came through, too. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to the rest of the squad that put this together. You know what I'm saying? They try to put a little shing-ding.
Yeah, because y'all don't understand. The dude don't like to be surprised either.
That's a negative. We don't. We definitely
like,
don't like
one
surprise.
bit. Like, yo, what y'all doing over there? Who that? Where that going? What that is? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that was good, man. So I definitely, appreciate that. What y'all had back there at first wasn't it. So I had to come to, hey, change that. What is that? What is that nonsense? I said, hey, let's switch the poles up, put the colors on the poles. Now we look a little better.
You know what I'm saying?
Now we look a little better. Yeah.
Hey.
So shout out to the squad, man. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's get to, all right, y'all waiting on me on the chart, right? All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna have to take this. Okay, here we go. I don't know. I feel like we've been away for a while. I feel like we've been away for a while.
I mean, you have been.
Huh?
You've been gone.
I feel it.
Since you've been gone.
Let me tell you something, bro. Like, man. Man, there's nothing like a daddy the way he love his daughter, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I kid you not, bro. Bro, I just get so much joy from that little girl, bro. Little girls are just precious, bro. Like, would you say whether they blooms? But man, we got the bees right here, brother. What you talking about? Whether they blooms, the blooms right here, brother. Somebody said trap where the bees or the blooms. They right here, brother. Jose and them came through. Shout out to Miss April.
They call the blooms?
The blooms.
See, golly, I've been 4 years in, and I
thought this was what?
Cause
Flush Rob.
Rob getting flushed now. VCR Rob.
Said he thought this was casino chip.
VCR Rob.
Man, flush VCR Rob, man. What? He say I'm taking a shot with me.
Oh, man. The blooms.
Man.
Okay, the blooms.
Yeah, man, just, bro, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, like, man, it is something so phenomenal to be a dad of a little girl. And I'm not saying, like, I pray that God bless me. I want to have 2, 3 more, bro. I pray that God bless me with a boy that I can really punch on him and make sure he good and, be rough with him. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. But, man, ain't nothing like a little girl, man. Man, bro, them little, and bro, like, bro, it's crazy because I'm watching my daughter develop in front of me, and I'm scared and I'm happy. I'm everything all at once, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, I bought some clothes for her. She put I said, take it off. Take it off right now. She's like, what, Daddy? The clothes wasn't even bad. For me, it showed too much. I felt like her figure was I take it off. Put these jeans on. Put these jeans and these jogging pants on. Now. She was like, Daddy, like, and I could tell her whole mood.
Right. Put the snowsuit on. It's hot out.
Her whole mood changed because, like, she's so, like, and again, I bought the clothes.
Right.
We went to the spot and bought the clothes. The clothes fitted. It was good. It was something I evidently agreed with. Right? I agreed with how this outfit looked. So I said, look, boom. And I trust that I can trust that she gonna put her clothes on and stuff. So, bro, we got up one day, she had the clothes, and I was like, hey, what? I said, what that, turn around? Nah, take that off. She said, what? The first thing she said was, Daddy, you picked it. I said, nah, take that off. Wear that, don't even wear that. She was like, Daddy, like, what you talking about? I was like, don't even be questioning me right now. You had nothing to say.
Because I ain't got no answer, but don't worry.
I got no answer. I don't like it, though. I was like, man, put these jeans on, man. Put them jeans on. I said, I bought 2 pair of jeans, 3 pair of jogging pants, T-shirt, man, wrap. Man, put that on, man. No, take that off. And in my mind, I was like, she growing, my nigga.
Wait till the crop tops and...
That's where she at.
Bruh.
I was just like, yo,
I don't think we supposed to be showing stomach.
I said, she growing, my nigga. And she tall. I'm just like, damn, all right. All right. Like, maybe it's some stuff that, like, your mama can't teach you, because I'm just over here out my mind, because I'm not ready for this. Like, what? Oh, man, I'm talking about, Rob, I would, quick, hey, take that off. Bro, I'm talking about, if she could have said, you blowing me, she would have said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she would have said it. She looked at me and was like, Daddy, you serious? I was like, man, take that off. Take it off. The way she looked at me, and I wasn't mad at her. You know how your parents be like, and don't look at me like that. I knew what she was saying to me. I knew what she was saying. Like, bro, you blowing it. You picked the outfit. You the one picked it. I agreed with it, and you paid for it. Why we get here and you don't like, it ain't look like that in the store? Man, take that off, man. Bro, I'm talking about, bro, man, she had an attitude for like 2 hours. So as a dad, I'm like, where you gonna go eat at? Where you gonna go eat at? What you wanna eat? She was like, but typical women, you bring them to that food, they gon', She was mad, look. Got to that place, what you wanna eat? I want the, yeah. See that food came? I was like, all right, I'm good.
That's how you get them.
I was like, all right, I'm good. All right, she not mad no more. She not mad no more. She like, food is a cure-all. I've learned this with women. Food is a cure-all. 100%. Food is a cure-all. Nah, not for cheating or none of that, but I'm saying, like, y'all have a little argument or something that, what you want to eat, man? Pick that favorite meal, bring that favorite meal home. You can get away, bro. You can get it. Not for cheating or nothing like that. I'm just saying the simple disagreements and stuff. Not cheating and none of that. That you on your own, bro.
The little misdemeanor.
I'm saying the misdemeanor arguments can be solved with food. The misdemeanor arguments can be solved with food. So fellas, figure out what's the top 3 to 4 things that she like. And you just take turns with it. The misdemeanor arguments. Yes. Anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's go, man. So we're gonna look at we're gonna start off with the spy, y'all. Let's start off with the spy. Let me turn it dark for y'all so y'all can see it, because I don't want to even hear y'all mouth. Or let me change this right quick. Cause boom, let me change this right quick. All right, let me go Dark Vader on him. Let me say this too right quick, bro. Man, I was on a plane the other day on my way home, bro. And this was my first time watching Batman: A Dark Knight, the one that dropped in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that dude did a really good job playing the Joker, bro. He wound up killing himself afterwards, right? Mm-hmm. Like a year later, he wound up killing himself.
They tried to allude because of that role, but he, I'm not gonna lie, and I might be going a little far here when I say this. That's one of the best acting jobs I've seen, bro. Like the way, because that's an unorthodox role.
And the way he played, I was on a plane like, wait, why this the first time I'm seeing this? Because I think something came on my feed and it was talking about like the way he grabbed the lady by the face. And it was saying like she was uncomfortable and she was looking for the director to say cut. But dude forgot his line. And so he improv that whole scene. And so when I saw that, it made me go look at the movie because I was like, there's no way he just improv this. So I went and looked at the whole movie and I was like, hey, this a good job as the Joker. You know, I was like, oh, then I went down the rabbit hole, found out like he OD'd. And then it was saying like, it was because of how he embodied the role. They think it tied to, I was like, damn. Anyway, I just wanted to say that right quick, you hear me? Trap. No, man, that was my first time ever seeing that. The Dark Knight, that was my first time ever seeing that, bro. I'm not a movie person like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in my mind, after Jack Nicholson, there was nobody that could replace the Joker. So I was cool on Batman. After Jack Nicholson, there's nobody that I felt could replay that. Like, that was the epitome of the Joker. And so when I saw that movie, I was like, wait, he might have gave Jack a run for his money. You know what I'm saying? No lie, bro. Nah, he was, because I think nobody can outdo Jack Nicholson as a Joker, bro. And I think he did that part. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get to it. We got to talk stocks. I know y'all getting mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I got something interesting when I looked at this, y'all. And it really made me think about something. So before we do this, I want to go all the way down to this area right here. Well, I feel like I left my... All right, so y'all see the 612 area that I have marked off, right? If we on screen, I'm on screen. So I have this 612 area marked off right here. Right? That's on there. Now, I want you to look at something. Notice how we have that double top, right? Almost a triple. And then we have the massive sell-off, right? Which is Liberation Day. Right? Everybody with me in the chat? Right? So notice how we have the double top, and I left my pen, so excuse me. So y'all see me on that? Right? Y'all funny. Somebody say, Trap, how you watch movie on the plane? Somebody say, you on the wrong plane, my boy. Bro, this chat is relentless. So anyway, so you see how you have that double top right there, right? At 612, right? Now, when I look at that, remember, I personally say that the market always rhymes, right? It's not going to do nothing brand new, right? And so this is another reason what made me say, man, I ain't feeling this environment. So we come right back here and we look here. I'm not saying it ain't identical, but golly. You feel me? I'm not saying that it's identical. But I am saying like, God. Let me try to open this up. Right? So when I look at that, I'm like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that gives me the, and then we look at the 675 area. Notice today it did the same thing that it did. Got to the same area. Buyers absorbed it. A lot of selling pressure. Buyers absorbed it. Now, think about the huge, what that was, Friday, Thursday. Look at this Thursday candle right here. Let me put my line on it. Right, you get the all-time high tap again, and then you get the what? Sell-off. Right? And then you get Friday, and everybody know Friday was a grueling day. Friday was such a grueling, boring, grind out. You probably had to stare at your chart all day if you was on. You was at your computer all day, like, bro, like, God, is he gonna hit this? Is he gonna hit? Like, what's happening here? Friday was a brutal day, and it ain't going nowhere. right? And so when I see this today, I'm not like, yeah, we about to rally. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think nobody who is serious about the market is sitting here saying, I see a rally coming. But I could also say, you not really saying we about to just fall off the cliff either. So, and this is my personal opinion, everybody right now is trying to build a storyline out based on their perception of the market, where their bias is. Now, listen to the word I just said here, they bias. So bears are building a plan around their bearish bias. Bulls are building a plan around their bullish biasness, saying, hey, if we do this, we're going to do this. And then there's a few people saying, I'm going to just let the market do whatever it wants to do because it wants to do something. It just hasn't fully committed yet. Right? It hasn't fully committed to the up. It hasn't fully committed to the down. And I'll be honest with you, you can be here for a while. Because now we know that they keep ranging in the same area. 697, 675. They keep going up. And so for me, I'm just willing to say, let's not force nothing, y'all. Like, let it be in the range. Now, again, I told y'all something last week that was essential, and I hope a lot of people picked up on it. Again, I like the 675 as, I have that marked as the top of the Trump Tower. And notice we marked that last week and it came right back down to it. I like that area. Notice for me, it's under the 50. And it's under, wait, I messed something up. Let me do this right. Okay, it's under my, I thought I didn't have it up there. It's under my 50, it's under my 20. So for me, that already tells me we not in a bullish trend right now. Right? Now, watch this. We not completely bearish either. It's in that no man's land, but it is sloping down. And that's a key thing. Once you see your SMA start to slope a little bit, it's essential for you to say, okay, like, it got to slope back up. And that comes from activity, and I needed to reclaim it. So I need to reclaim it, not just reclaim it, but I needed to reclaim it with volume, and it needs to turn up the way I need. So those are some things that I'm just putting in play, and I'm just like, bro, like, I'm cool right now. Now, let's also go look at what I talked to y'all about last week. I don't know if y'all paid attention to it, but we talked about this last week. The equal weighted ETF for the SPY. Now, what we see about this is it's off a high, which was 605, but it closed at 205, but it closed at 203, 202. But you still see, look what you have. You have your 20-day SMA, which crossed over your 50-day, which is bullish, but it crossed over way back here. I'm going to draw a line on it so we can see the picture. So this would be considered a bullish crossover right there. So you have that crossover where your 50, where your 20 overtakes your 50, which is good. And then you see it ride up, but then you see your 50 slope up, you see your 20 slope up. You know you got some action right there, right? And the reason why this one is essential for you to look at is because you say, okay, you know for a fact that everything in this index is weighted the same. Now, let me give you a key area right here, which is important for you to see. Right? Notice, and it's just, and I want y'all to have y'all eyes trained for stuff like that where you can just go straight to it. That was an all-time high. It hit, fell off, which is what we want to see all the time. But notice how 1, 2, 3 times it has now touched the 200 mark. So now that 200 is essential because it, 1, is a psychological hold number. 2, it's a key level for us to see. Right? And so you just see how right now is respecting that. And then notice, watch this, $204 is your what? 20-day. Right? So that tells us that 200 as a whole is a viable level here. Now, it can use that 20-day as a dynamic support, hit the 20-day, bounce up off it, that's cool. But if it breaks that, so now it's done a few things if we're looking at this. If it breaks the 200, you see, not the 200 estimate, but the 200 price target. If it breaks the 200, what it's done is it has broke a key level. It has also broke a dynamic support. You want to pay attention to that. Because, watch this, that isn't always a tall tale sign of failure. What it is telling you is mass exhaustion that's taking place. And as a trader, what you want to be is, you don't want to be in something that is in exhaustion mode. You want to be in something that is expanding mode. If you bullish, let me say that. If you bullish on something, you want it to be in expansion, or price discovery. Right? Price discovery is on broke a high. Now it's going to figure out where we going to make some new territory. It's going to claim some new charted waters. That's cool, because now once it claims new charted waters, it can use the previous high as the support. So you like that. You want that. That's a navigational system for you that you can navigate through. But when you start getting in an exhaustion state, now what happens is the momentum is leaving. And as the momentum leaves, people start to sell. And then that's where you get trapped at. So you don't want to be in that area. So I hope my goal is just to put us in a position to where we're not trying to force the market to do nothing that we want to do. Right? We want to do that. And so also to get into that, we also have our Make Your First Trade event that's coming up. We have VIP tickets, we have in-person, we do have virtual. The in-person is only, I think, 300 people. Then we have a few VIPs that we doing, because we're going to do the VIP meet and greet. We're going to do the VIP lunch every day. Well, you upstairs, dope room up there, another big screen behind. So make sure you get your tickets for that. Make Your First Trade is for anybody that has been trading, or you're new to trading. You want to build some systems out for trading. You want to be able to read through your charts a little bit better. You want to have a system for entry, a system for exit. Because I think one of the biggest reasons right now is people are emotional trading. Right? They are hopeful trading. Meaning they're hoping that this entry gives them the reward that they want. They're hoping that this entry doesn't go red. There's hoping. And I think that is a key way to get destroyed, especially in these kind of markets. And so coming to the Make Your First Trade event is March. What's the date? March what? Yep, March the 19th for the VIPs, but the 20th through the 21st, which gives us almost a month, right? So get your tickets, man. It's going to be amazing. It comes with not just in-person teaching, interactive teaching with myself, Rob. We also going to have, we got workbooks. It's going to be a vibe, man. And we try to not just dump information on you, but make it real, a learning environment. Man, that man kills on. Man, hell with you, man. Hell with you, dog. Hell with you, dog. He said, my dog Trap get this weight up. He was looking sick a couple weeks ago. Man, hell with you, bro.
Look at me, flush him.
You got to stay out the sauna, man. I was in that sauna too damn much, you heard me? No, you don't realize how much that crap be working. But yeah, man, so if you're looking to take your trading to another level, you're looking to take your trading to, get your questions answered, definitely come lock in. If you need a more intimate setting, get the, that's all good, bro. If you're looking for something more intimate, get the VIP, because what I'm going to do with that is they have a VIP dinner, they have a VIP meet and greet and a VIP lunch every day where I'll be After I eat, I'll come up there and rock out with y'all. And so y'all get to ask those questions. So we're going to keep that real small, maybe 10, 15 people for the VIP. We're not even going to do that big because I want to make sure we give massive value to everybody up there. You know, cater lunch, me and the workbook, whatever. So yeah, that's what we doing, man. That's what we doing. So anyway, let's go a little further. So I got one more thing I want to show y'all. Let's look at the cues right quick. We'll go through the cues and then we'll go through something. And as y'all can see, like nothing really changed here. You know what I'm saying? Everything is still the same. Again, massive value here. If I'm looking at the cues, again, cues never reclaimed. Now you have something that's real interesting on the cues if you look at it. Notice on the cues, watch what I'm about to say here. This is interesting. This is really interesting, and I paid attention to it last week. Notice how your 20 down crossed your 50. Now, I don't know if you necessarily can call it the death cross because that happens when it hits the 200, but this is not a good sign for the cues when you're 50, when you're 20, which is your shorter term. I'm having a brain freeze. Moving average. I don't know why it took me for, I got stuck. I got stuck. It's not a good sign when your shorter moving average crosses the downside to the larger. So when you see your 20 crossing your 50 on the downside, it's the reverse of the 20 crossing the 50 on the upside. So when the 20 SMA crosses the 50 on the upside, that is bullish. Well, if the 20 crosses the 50 going to the downside and it's sloping, that means it's what? Bearish. Yes, when you virtual, you do get the workbook as well. Yeah, Darius, I glitched for a second, you heard me? Yes, whether you virtual or in person, you get the link to the workbook, and it's a massive workbook. And so, yes, you do get that.
Shout out to the people who did get the virtual workbook. They were printing it out the library. I didn't even know you could do that, bro.
Yeah, the people that they went to the library and printed it out,
Library
right?
is crazy. And it looked fire, too.
That was hard. So I just want to be mindful of that. Now, I did get out of our QQQ put. I think we got out of it with a small profit because we had a huge day before that. You know what I'm saying? So we got out of it with a small profit. And you're like, Trap, why we got out of the QQQ put? Because the market, the way the market is going, like and because I'm not a day trader, like if I get a put, I won't let it sit for a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not, I will say this. If we get some downside pressure where it breaks, I think, if it breaks that 589, I would play it more to the downside to see what that does. Again, I got something wrote down here. I got 540 as hell. All right, that's hell. That's that's hell. So somebody said I tried to download it, but it didn't. It's a big workbook. So you have to go make sure, and that was what we told you, got to make sure you're on a good Wi-Fi. It's not a little PDF. It's a big, you got to be on good Wi-Fi.
A Bible. New Living Translation. New Living Translation. It's a Bible.
Yeah, it's one of the ones you can keep studying. So you can't just, you got to have that good internet at your house. You can't be jacking somebody Wi-Fi. No, sir. No. That's why people went to the library. You got to go get that good internet. Internet.
Big Vince asked about the VIP. Said, hey, look, can I park my truck at the Freedom Center if I get the VIP?
Of course. Who?
Big Vince King.
What kind of truck?
Right, I was about to say, what kind of
Wait a minute.
18-wheeler now.
18-wheeler is a negative.
You know what I'm saying?
18-wheeler is a negative.
Them big cab joints, too.
Well, no, negative. No. Leave that at the hotel,
Catch a ride, Uber.
Yeah, I was about to make something out. Nah. I can see Bernard and Miss April like, Miss April like, sir, a 18-wheeler, sir.
My Lord.
Yeah, so I ain't dealing with that. Bernard just giving me the side look like, I mean, that's what BB, I mean, it's your call, but.
Miss April be like, well, we gotta see if our founder has an appetite for it.
B gonna be like, now in the future, now we letting everybody else come with 18-wheeler. I mean.
Shout out to all the truckers.
Shout out to my truckers, man. We got a big trucking community.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go a little further. So if I'm looking at the cues, man, yes, we were in the short. We could have made way more money on it. But I'm okay. To take that little profit. I can see us going, where we at right now, if I'm being honest with y'all, if I'm being realistic with y'all, I can see us testing 583, 581. Now, I know you might be like, Trap, that ain't no big jump. Well, I don't try to, my goal is not to be far-fetched. My goal is to speak reality. Now, once we break 583, I can definitely see us going down to 559. Because the market, now, the thing you got to think about, it's not going to go straight down, right? So it's going to go in a mode. So it'll go, once it break, now you talking about coming here, might pop up here. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't going to go straight down. So you got to be mindful of that as well. You know what I'm saying? So I can see us breaking 583. If we break that, we going to 559. And here's what you got to realize. You don't got to be the first to short. You don't got to be the first one to short it. Like, let it, like, I want y'all to think about this phase that we in the market. Let everything prove itself. Don't be optimistic. Don't be anticipatory. Let every move you get into prove itself as the move, as the next leg. And remember, the market moves in legs, right? So it's going to move in legs. So once it decides to go one way, it's going to go that way. And that's what I'm saying about it hasn't made a decision. It hasn't made a decision. And so you see people saying, oh, the market about to crash. They telling y'all the market hasn't made a decision yet. Now, here's what I will say. Are the writings on the wall that it wants to go to the downside? Yes. Well, what are the writings, Trap? If you look at the S&P and if you look at the Qs, both of them are under the 20 and the 50. That's one. Second, we had good news last week, or fairly decent news last week on back-to-back days. Whether you believe the numbers or not, that ain't up for grabs for me. I'm just letting the news say, hey, that was some good reports that came out. Market still didn't rally, it sold off. Second, third, you've been seeing midday and late day swings. You see the market going one way in the morning, by 1 o'clock, it done went another way. By 3:30, it went another way, which tells us nothing is consistent. And so now we don't have a lot of, for me, based on the way that we trade, we don't have follow through in our setups. Setups are failing. Right? You got the setup, it looked like it's supposed to look, and then what happens? The setup, it may run for $3, $4. You're like, yep, I got it, and then bottom out. You'll put look good, go the other way. Right? And so that's it. So, again, my day traders, my scalpers, because y'all ain't in it that long, like, you hit and miss. For me, that's a recipe for anxiety that I ain't willing to rock out with. Now, what I will say is, I do see some areas where I may be interested in, but my position sizing will be my risk management. Meaning, like, I see some areas and also we got to look at this too. We are now seeing leaders that are now failing. That's key. What do I mean? So we got out of our SNDK play. We got out of our MU play, right? Took a little loss on, I think we was down probably 15% on it when we got out of it. I'm not mad at that. Today, MU was down $11. SNDK, $36. That's a drawdown that we don't want to be a part of. We was in Caterpillar. We had a good run in it. From the time we got in it to the time, we were still up on the play. We was only in it for like 3 days or 2 days or something like that. So we cashed out with a small profit. Today, we woke up this morning, it was down $23 at the lowest. It closed the day down $10. That's a drawdown that we avoided. And I would get up tomorrow and run up, that's cool. But we want to be in watch this, we want to be in unnecessary drawdowns in this season for sure because the recovery isn't typical. You feel me? Now, do I see energy? Yes. Do I see industrials? Yes. Small caps? Yes. Mid caps? Yes. But guess what? You got to be mindful in those because they not overextended, but they getting close because everybody going to pile up that way. So now your risk management is position size. So now you're going quarter position, half position. And then you got to shrink your expiration. So if you was doing 3 months, 4 months, you probably got to say, hey, I'm going 2 months. Now you shrunk the position, but you've added risk on the expiration. Right? So you got to be mindful of what you're doing. So now if you're going to say, all right, if I'm going to shrink the expiration, so now I'm adding risk on my expiration, but I'm taking risk off on the position size, your third layer has to be, I'm playing my stops tight. So that's how for me, that's how I'm navigating the space right now. Right? So I'm saying, all right, which is still in the areas that we've been in, but I didn't trust the 3-day weekend. I didn't want to wake up in a drawdown. So I said, all right, let me do that. Now the 3 plays we stayed in, Goldman Sachs, we stayed in that play. We'll show them. But I just want that. I want that to be the mindset that we have. I want us to have that mindset. So you got to do 3 things when you trade in this season. If you a swing trader, right? Day trader, scalpers, y'all play y'all own rules. I'm not here to tell y'all nothing. Thug it out. Y'all know what y'all doing. I'm good, right? I have no say-so about how where my strat people at. I want you to manage your position size. If you're going to get in this market, go smaller position. It's not fear. Don't miscategorize this. This is not fear, right? I want you to go smaller position size if you just absolutely got to trade. I want you to tighten your stop losses up, like go tighter. Like you will go, deeper. Stop loss in this area, I'm saying max 10%. 8 to 10% right here. If you want to go 5%, I ain't mad at that either. I'm not mad at it. Like play it real close to the chest right now. Right? Play it real close to the chest right now. And shorten your expiration time. Because setups aren't following through in this season. And so I hope I helped y'all out with that. And let's go one more thing I want to look at to bring my point home. Am I still on the screen? All right. I want to do one more thing to bring our point home. God, this thing whooping my ass right now, boy. I hate when it whoop me like that. All right, why my screen ain't full? What am I doing?
But I say, we was having technical difficulties all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on right now. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'll fix it. All right, I want to just show y'all one more thing that I think we need to look at. All right, here we go. Am I good? All right, good. I want to show this. Well, that ain't it. Bro, what the hell is going on?
You did something different on that?
I don't know what the heck going on right now, dog. There we go. I don't know what the heck was going on. Yeah, bro. Rob, go get the VCR, dog. I want to look at the IWM. I think that's important because I think a lot of people, and I think small caps are just having a good way right now. They really having a good time. And again, I think this is an area for you to just pay attention to where your key area is at. So notice I went right on up, went to that key area, and notice what I see. The first thing we see is what? It's today came all the way down to what? That 50 SMA, right? Came down to your 50, close to it, but also came close to what? That key area of support. Came there, absorbed everything. Now, I will say that your small caps do have is at what, 263? So you got 271. So if you played it to the upside, that's what you're looking at. It can go at least that far. But notice there was a resistance area right here. 269. So if I'm you, I'm looking at small caps. I'm not looking at the all-time high. I'm looking at where was resistance at on the small caps, right? Because that's what's going to matter to you. And you notice that you have resistance right there at 269. So even if you got back into small caps again and you went to the upside, you're saying, all right, I can go from 263 to 269. Is that trade worth it for you? Right? I'm not looking at the all-time high there. I'm saying from 263 to 269, then I would need it to reclaim 269 to prove to me. Remember, it got to prove it to you that it can break that resistance of 269. And once it breaks the resistance of 269, then you're going right back and you're going to run into some more at 271. So you ask yourself, is that worth me fighting for it right now? Well, not really, but at the same time, you can say it's in a better, watch this, the structure is better here than it is on the S&P and it is on the QQQ. So that tells you there's deals to be made inside of the IWM. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. That's why I wanted to come back here. Right? So you don't have to say, I won't trade the IWM. What you can say is, hey, because IWM is more structured, it's cleaner. It's a cleaner chart than the Qs, 100%. It's a cleaner chart than the SPY. It's a cleaner chart. So because you have a cleaner chart, that also tells us, hey, it could be in a better position inside. If I go inside here, there's some deals to be had. And so, yeah. So that's it. So She So Chick said, I can't wait for this to make sense to me. Come to the Make Your First Trade. Get your online thing. So let's go, man. I hope I helped y'all out with that. Let's go to our recession portfolio. Before I get to that, though, I want to talk about, again, I got to talk about this. I got to talk about my people at Horizon Trust, right? Great people over there, man. Some real good people that's helping out. And one of the things I want to say about them that was real good was, I've been around the block for a minute. And I wasn't always the person that asked for help, y'all. Right? But once I got into this group, this mastermind, I was introduced to a man by the name of Kent Clother, man. And he showed me a lot of stuff, man, from how to put myself, and he put me around some CEOs, some CEOs and some entrepreneurs that was going from hustler to CEO. And one of the people that he put me into was this guy, Greg. And I always talk about Greg, man. Greg been in the game for a minute itself. And their organization really specializes in helping us. And when I say us, I'm talking about the retail investor. I'm talking about people that's not in the 1%. Helping us get things together, helping us get better on taxes, helping us make better investments, helping us make the couple tweaks that we need, helping us to be tax deferred, helping us to be, you know what I'm saying? And so what I know is a lot of y'all in here, you gonna be looking for that. So instead of giving the government 30, 40, 50% of your returns, you keep it in the account, let it keep cooking for you, man. And so for me, that's why I'm here, because one of the biggest things that I've been dealing with was taxes. And I know as first-generation millionaires, as people that's going to change their family, your biggest thing going to be taxes. I promise you, it ain't going to be the trade. You're going to learn how to make the money trading. You're going to learn how to make the money doing all the stuff you need to do. Let somebody put you in a shelter. Let somebody put you in a position that can help you navigate. Because I'm telling y'all, man, them taxes be brutal. Brutal. Listen, my CFO handed me the tax bill for 2024, and I think when she handed me that bill, she said, man, I know Trappin gonna fuss with me behind this bill. And I looked at it and I just was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Because until you learn the game the way you gotta learn the game, you gotta now I gotta get into stuff like more real estate and, getting in with the oil and solar and so many strategies I gotta get into. But until you get there, man, get with Horizon Trust and put that first layer on. Get that first layer on. And see how powerful it is, man. So check them out. It's free to get on a call with them. I put the link down there. Again, their goal is to keep more, build more, retire better. And just like I talked about with my daughter, where I said she ain't gonna look 20 years from now, look at that picture. Imagine you right now looking back like, damn, I done gave Uncle Sam all this money. We don't think about retirement until we retire and you realize, damn, why didn't I think about retirement? You know what I'm saying? And so definitely would just tell you that, Greg and his team, they're going to help you with the account setup. They're going to pay attention to your needs. They're going to help you set goals. They best in class when it comes to service. And at the end of the day, they won't help us all win because they know what it's like to fight with Uncle Sam. And so check them out, Horizon Trust. We got the link in the bottom. It's definitely, more than anything, it's worth just getting on the call. It's just worth getting on the call. Shout out to my people at Horizon Trust, man. All right, let's look at the recession portfolio, man. Oh, you ready? Oh, let's go. Oh, you want to do it on my phone? Oh, I forgot, man. Hey, y'all, we got something interesting tonight. Can we do it after recession portfolio? But we ain't talked about stocks yet. Let's just do it. It ain't that much. So we got an interesting caller tonight, too, that we won't get on. So we're going to talk about that, too. All right, here go the recession portfolio, man. It's simple. I'm in 3 plays, man. Been in the NVIDIA play for a while. I just been holding. Those 2 plays are big plays. Those 2 plays are big plays. So don't let the number fool you. Those are some, yeah. And so that's it. That's all I got right now. AEIS. That's it. That's it. That's it. So we got AEIS, Advanced Energy. This play is up about 175%. This last 40,000 is probably with 20% of the position left. I've been hitting it. You know what I'm saying? So the Goldman Sachs play, it pissed me off last week, bro. Like last Thursday, I was telling Ashana, I was like, bro, like it ran all the way up to like 670, 675, and then like it just turned. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like it just bottomed. I was like, bro, y'all tripping. And the NVIDIA play has been in the same area. Like it got, 184, 189, 191, fall back down. So interested to see what it's going to do. I think it has earnings next week on the 25th, if I'm not mistaken. But that's it, y'all. I'm in 3 plays. That's it. I'm sitting on my guy Nate say, bro, I would be up all night. I'm not, man. I'm all right, man. I'm talking about it didn't. You know what would have had me mad if I'd have still been in all the plays we was in, and I'd have woke up with SNDK down $36, MU down $11, TSM. I'd have been like, bro, what the hell? Gold down $14. I'd have been like, bro, that would have been drawdown. That's all I got. He said, man, where you at, big dog? That's all I got. 3 plays. We was in 22 plays the other week. I said, hey, cut him. Cut him. Especially when we sold into strength. So we got a strength day and we took a lot of profits on a lot of stuff. Oh, I'm straight. You looking at it like, bro, is this even worth it? Nah, I don't like what we doing. So yeah, we good. Yeah, 3 days. Yeah, chop. It's drought season. All right, let's go a little further, man. And with our Freedom Index. That's the quickest we ever did the goddamn recession portfolio. Sean, that go our Freedom Index, man. We up 11% year to date on the Freedom Index. Not bad. Costco, EME, FIX, the gold, ITA, which is defense, and Walmart. I'm definitely looking at a couple plays to add, but I just want to be real specific on what we're doing right here because I think this is just a delicate moment in the market, and I don't want to be in a rush. So anyway, come join the Patreon if y'all want. That's amazing. We locked in. I think I may do... Oh, we got the movie night this week. So what I'm going to have to do is, so next week we'll do the... I think we got to go speak next week too, huh, Jose? But that's on a Friday, right?
Yeah.
So
Thursday,
we
Friday.
come back on a Saturday, right?
I got to look at the flight.
Yeah, so we going to probably do... So, Rob, we got a trade audit we got to do. So we did the chart class already for February. We got to do a trade audit. So probably, if not this week, next week, we'll do a trade audit. And then I got to do my Q&A. So I'll probably do the Q&A during the week to make up for it. So I'll probably do the Q&A I'll probably do the Q&A this week or next week for them. And then do the trade audit that week. And that way I make sure I take care of my obligations for February for the top tier. So the masters, the execution lab gets the trade audit, and then the masters of the triple beam and the execution lab get the Q&A. Yeah, so I'll probably do the Q&A next week or this week. This week or next week, I'm sure I'll give them a date. And I'll have to do it just like in the evening. It'd probably just be a late call from somewhere from like maybe 6 to 9 or something like that, or 6 to 8:30. I may do that. And then just do the trade audit probably next week before the month out. That way make sure we still stay obligated. Yeah, so that's why I got to get it in. So I make sure that way I ain't got to double down next month. You know what I'm saying? So, yep. So that's all we got, man. All right, let's go a little further. Let me see. You hitting me with that like I know. Let me see something. I don't even see it. Wait, I don't see it. Oh, there you go. All right, so is he going IG live? Man. I ain't turning no comments off. Into the code. What code y'all got? All right. So we about to do something right quick, man. All right. IG live. Is OG on live? Why we ain't just getting a call in? Why we ain't just getting a call in? I tell you, OG go live. I tell him go live, and I'm gonna go in his live. Bro, what? Bro, y'all complicated, bro. Yeah, but why not make him go live and me join his live? There we go. We get it on. Anyway, there we go. That look good. Huh? I'm on. Is he on? What's good, what's good? All right, y'all, we got a special guest coming on tonight. and we want to let them come in. My OG, somebody that I admire, somebody that I learned a lot from. Somebody say YouTube is tripping. Huh? Or it's globally? Or is YouTube having a global outage? Oh, okay, that's crazy. So, all right, so YouTube having a go. Where the OG at? Some people saying they can't hear me. What happened? All right, we gone, y'all. That ain't happening. All right, y'all come to Trappin Tuesday here. What happened?
Fuck about letting this beat start. Nigga coming on my post, caught my son.
Lions are super playful creature critters, and that's what I like most about
the show,
them.
Man. We got a lot to talk about. Thank y'all for hanging in there,
That's
man.
exactly what's gonna happen to you.
All right, let's get to it, man.
Here,
OG, we got you. I got carried away a little
Lions are super playful creature critters,
right, what we
and
looking like?
that's what I like most about them.
Man.
You see? That's exactly what's gonna happen to you. If you
BRICS
come around
replacing
here, trying to pay
the
some
US
bills.
dollar.
Lions are super playful creature critters, and that's what I like most about them.
Pitching a return to the USD system. BRICS has lost the I and is about to lose the R and getting rebranded as BCS.
Lions are super playful creature critters, and that's what I like most about them.
This has been interesting. Because Russia is considering moving back to the U.S. dollar as part of a wide range of economic partnerships with President Trump. Here's what reportedly
Lions are super playful creature critters, and that's what I like most about them.
Investments in natural gas, offshore and critical raw material partnerships, potential windfalls for U.S. companies. Russia.
Lions are super playful creature critters, and that's what I like most about
them. If this deal moves forward, it will mark a major shift in global finance and geopolitics.
If you come around here,
that's interesting.
Trying to pay some bills.
Lions are super playful creature critters, and that's what I like most about them.
Wrong. We can't do nothing about it, y'all. YouTube is having
what's gonna happen to you. If you come around here,
an issue that ain't on us. It's on YouTube.
Lions are super playful creature critters, and that's what I like most about.
It said it did what? It dropped it in the Patreon? And you got to go Google that, man. Oh, all right. Uh-oh, somebody done hacked it.
We good now. God, that's over.
Huh?
We good now, but.
You sure?
Yeah.
Why you walking like that?
Bro, you know I messed my knee up. I'm about at 70%, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's another type, cyber attack. Miss Janice, they need you. They need you. All right, so looking at this, this would be interesting to see because, you know, BRICS has been predicated on, you know, Russia being a part of that. And, you know, Russia is a country with a lot of interesting investments is the word I want to use. Right? Oh, I got IG shows on the live.
Let's sing to the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett, the billionaire, the greatest stock market investor in the world. In 2008, the richest man in the world, as chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. So many people rich.
The things that Russia have,
he's stunned the world with his generosity, giving much of his wealth to philanthropy, his way of giving back to society. Or in the yeah.
They seeing me?
Oh, let's sing to the oracle of.
I don't give a fuck about.
Floyd is a completely different fighter in the gym.
When
Floyd is a completely different fighter in the gym.
All right.
Vicious,
mean, he's aggressive.
So now what happens?
It's you, Crawford, and Floyd, the three meanest guys in box.
One of
the times that I noticed that he would be a future all-time great is the day him and Floyd sparred. I think that was the day. Legend always had it that if you had a good day with Floyd in the gym, he was going to call you back and he was going to put it on you. And we didn't get the call back. That was the thing.
Turn the clock off.
He was going to turn it off and he was going to do that, you know. So he moved around with Dev and I yelled in the ring. I said, Floyd, it's like you looking at yourself.
I ain't even said nothing. It ain't on. Or they was hearing the music. Oh. Okay. I got it. I know what it was, Jose. I know what it was.
What happened?
Even though we still had the screenshot on.
Uh-huh.
Even though I wasn't on it, they were still hearing the audio.
Because what I was about to say, we couldn't see that.
They were seeing me.
But hearing the
they were
upper Drake.
seeing me, but hearing the the Instagram shorts that was playing. Yeah. That's what was happening?
That's funny. That's
what was
Flush
happening.
Trap's phone.
So y'all was hearing me.
Hey, this what happened when you do a live show, bro.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is what happens. We good.
Am I good now? Am I good?
Nikki texted me like, yo, it's some music play. I'm like,
Yeah. That's what it was. So they was seeing me,
yeah,
but they was hearing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So when I got off with E, I guess whatever my algorithm was running on,
I'm glad it wasn't nothing crazy. Big booty.
Big booty. Good thing I wasn't on nothing weird. Sheesh. Good thing I wasn't on nothing crazy.
Locked in YouTube forever.
Huh?
It would have been locked in YouTube forever.
I'll delete the whole thing. Delete the whole show. Delete the whole show.
Jose, take that down.
Take it down.
We good.
I don't care what
we
happened.
good.
Take it
we
down.
reconvene on 182. Oh, man.
Look, Lions boxing in Berkshire.
So that's what they was talking about, Lions.
So that's what it was.
I can't hear.
So that's what I watched. So that's what it was. It was the Lions. I'm gonna tell you, it was a crazy video. It was a female lion biting a lion. Part. And then it was Berkshire Hathaway meeting with Warren Buffett.
Okay, that's what they was talking about.
And then it was Floyd in the gym. So I guess the shorts with the rolling.
Yo, that's a hell of a mix.
Listen, at least they can say I know what he on.
Right.
He watched National Geographic. He must be boxing or something. And his ass is listening to Warren Buffett. So he consistent.
Yeah,
he consistent.
Oh, that's good.
So anyway, so we was talking about Russia and I'm about to say Russia and Berkshire. Boy, that's crazy. So we're talking about Russia and the US dollar. So Russia is considering and contemplating coming back and making some agreement with Trump. And the things that are on the table are the US and Russia working together on fossil fuels. You see what? BET uncut. Not at all. Joint vistas in natural gas, offshore oil and critical raw material partnerships, potential windfalls for U.S. companies, and Russia re-entering the USD settlement system. Background subscriptions? I don't have no subscriptions on Instagram. If the deal goes through, it will mark a major shift in global finance and geopolitics. So that's going to be interesting to look at, to see if America and Russia get back in partnership like that. Because also what that'll do is put China in a position. Because one of the things that China has on this side is Russia can now become a critical Russia can now become a key component on the next rendition of the world. Meaning, like, not saying that China is not powerful, but having Russia, because Russia has so much, right? Having them on the side with BRICS is powerful against the U.S. But then when you reverse that and switch it, it's like, okay, what are we doing now? And so that would be a big global power shift to see. And we all know that, Putin is just a wild card, bro. Like, he really do what the hell he want to do out here. And so that'll be interesting to see, especially with China telling so many people dump the U.S. Treasury. So that's interesting. Let's go a little further. All right, so we got a heavy week this week. And this is another reason what made me think about this. So now I want to say this too. So the Federal Reserve is planning to inject $16 billion into the economy this week. Another $14.6 billion is planned for next week. And right here, you can see it. This is where it broke down. You're going to always see when the Fed is going to pump more money in the market. So you're thinking about $8 billion on the 17th, another $8 billion on the 19th, and then you have another $8 billion on the 24th. You have another $6.6 billion on the 25th. You have another $8 billion in March. 1, 2, 3, so that's 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, $22 billion in March. Now, you may say that's a lot of money. I say that's a lot of money. But think about, we have $1 trillion economy. Right? We have $1 trillion economy. And if you go look back, they've been pumping money into the economy for a minute. So I wouldn't look at this as the market's about to run. I would look at this as okay, this could lead to something, but what? Right? So, but what? And so I'm not excited about this, but I definitely wanted to let y'all see this. Let's go a little further. All right, now hedge funds go full villain. Short selling hits record high. This is interesting. And I always pay attention to Goldman Sachs. So Goldman Sachs says that hedge funds has pushed single short selling to its highest level on record, with shorts outpacing 2-to-1 between January 30 and February 5th. AI-driven fears crushed software and tech valuations to post-GFC lows, triggering a heavy rush into bearish bets. The setup is now extremely crowded, meaning markets are primed for violent swings, either a short squeeze or good news or a deeper plunge if support levels fail. Right? So what I'm saying about that is, remember we talked about what triggered the surge? Hedge funds aggressively shorts and software tech valuations that contributed to broad equity sell-offs and funds adding further pressure regardless of market directions. So remember what I was saying, like, the market really ain't going well. We just having these huge swings to the top, huge swings to the bottom. But when you look back, you're like, bro, we in the same range. You know what I'm saying? Right, so it's like, all right, we having these large swings to the top, but when you look at it, the market really not going nowhere. And so that's what I mean by, like, stopping you out. That's what I mean by becoming a trap buyer, becoming a trap seller. That's why I'm okay with backing up right now. That's why I'm okay with saying, man, let me get through this. Let's get through this. Now, here's the thing. I'll be honest. Now, when we think about market sentiment, we also understand that we are in February. And February is, one of the top 2 most violent months to this downside, but March and April become recovery months. So you have March and April, then you go with sell in May go away. So here's what I think, and here's what I believe, and here's something that I think can be interesting for us if we think about it from this perspective. And I want y'all to just hear me out for a second. Let's say we have a February that's not really going nowhere. Think about this. The SPY, and I don't think the NASDAQ or the SPY now are positive. Right? So they're both negative. Hear me out here. Just hear me. We have about a 90% chance that we don't get a rate cut in March. And then you have another meeting in April. And I think in that meeting in April, you got like a 70% chance that you don't get a rate cut. But then there's a meeting in May. So Jerome Powell leaves in May. And if you look at when Kevin Walsh takes over, the likelihood of getting a cut that, and I think that's June, is at like 35%. So how can you go from 90%, 70%, and then switch to June being a 35% that you're going to get a rate cut? Easy, because everybody knows that Jerome probably not going to cut no rates, no matter what the numbers are, with, he's going to go out with a bang. And so, with the next cut being in June, with a new Fed chairman being in place, that probably is going to lean a little bit toward what Trump wants. The market's going to price in that. And so my thing is, I'll be real with you here, I think you get a May to the end of the year, you get a better rally. That's what I think. I think you get a rough February. I think you get a March that's I think you get an April that probably goes a little bit better. I think they stick to the selling May go away. And I think late May and June, you get a better market. Now, there's going to be plays to be made. But again, size down on risk. Stop loss become a little heavy. Close for expiration. Taking profit as long as things in your way. No earnings call plays, no none of that. That's my way. Somebody say, yeah, and you're a new Chad Fairman. He's your Chad Fairman too. He ain't just mine. He's yours too. And I'll be real with you, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna say this. Like, I think them Epstein files are critical, bro, because like there's a lot of people in them files, bro, from all over the world.
Bro, I've been hearing, and so much redacted, and they still got.
Bro, that's so. I like to listen to this dude. His name Josh. He's a comedian, and Josh is so funny, man. He said the government went from not having none to having millions of files. Like, how the hell did that happen? Right? It went from not having nothing, ain't nothing there, to having millions of files. And I'm gonna tell you why you know they're dangerous, bro. Why you know them files are serious, and whoever can get them out, they gonna get them. You seeing CEOs of large companies say, yo, I'm stepping down. You see, bro, they got a guy way in Dubai. This dude is a company way in Dubai say, I'm stepping down. Dubai, bro? So I think them files, like you see CEOs of big companies like, yo, I'm stepping down. I'm stepping down. I'm stepping down. I'm stepping down. And so you gon' man, if they ever just open them up and go crazy like they want to or they should do, I think a lot of people gonna be, that's a part of the restructuring.
I think one of them still bulletproof though.
Who, Barack?
Trump.
Who? Trump?
I think he bulletproof.
I ain't gonna say he bulletproof, but
I mean,
they got people next to him, and that's a lot. Bill, you saw what Bill and Hillary Clinton said. We ain't going to court. How you can't go? Yo, you gotta go to court, Bill and Hillary. Bill Gates.
Right. They the super predators.
They say Bill Gates gave his wife chlamydia and then tricked her with the like made her take the medicine, not knowing it was the medicine to heal her from the clap. The files is dangerous, bro.
Sheesh.
That's why I always say what goes on in the dark comes on in the light, even if it's 20 years from now. Keep it 100 with yourself. Let's go a little further, man, because we ain't here for that. That ain't our MO.
That was the best segue, too.
Yeah, we ain't here for that, dog. You know what I'm saying? We ain't here for that, bro. Like, I don't even want to get caught up in that madness. I'm going to let the people who talk about that. We talking about stocks and God.
Right. God and stocks.
All right, so I want to show y'all this, too. This good, too, here, right? This is about sector rotation, because we're going to see this a lot, and I want us to see this. Sector rotation is critical. And being able to see it, and being able to see how it's positioned is going to be key. So I want you to look at this. So think about being in a full recession, right? Think about being in a full recession. That's like a market bottom, right? So in the market bottom, financials, technology, right? When you are in the early recovery, right, you see technology and industrials. When you in the full recovery, you see basic materials or you see energy. That becomes the top. And then you have this early recessionary cycle where you have energy and consumer staples. And then you have healthcare and utilities when you are in the latter part of it. Now I want to ask you a question. What do you see running or having a good returns in the market right now? Right, so for all my people that's gonna be like, Trap, what do you think we at right now? What do you think, I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you see based on this? What do you see, if you're looking at this, tells you where we are based on sector rotation. And if you see where we are based on the sector rotation, it can tell you exactly where you are in the cycle. Now, you don't got to guess. Everything in you can tell you we ain't in no full recovery mode. There's only one or two possible places that you could be right now. Now, I'm going to say this. It don't mean that other things can't be positive. It don't mean that. It's just saying where your lead is going to be at. So, I put that on your desk, and I want you to do what you want to do with it. Let's go a little further. All right, so Bank of America says that a secular trend in small cap has just started. But it hasn't just started, because we've been talking about small caps probably since Q4. I've been telling the Patreon, small caps. A lot of our plays have been in small caps. So U.S. large cap versus small cap value has been relative. So U.S. large cap growth versus U.S. large cap small, and small caps have now outpaced large caps. Small caps have now outpaced large caps. Again, that's why I took you to IWM. Everything I do, I try to lead you to something so you can make the decision on your own. Right? So you can make the decision on your own. I want you to see where the market is going at. I want you to see where the rotation is happening at. I want you to see where the reward is at, so you can go get the discounts and play them long term and still get your reward right now where the market is going at. That's how you play the game. That's how you play the game. You say, okay, here's what my discounts are. Now be mindful when you're going to look at those discounts. You got to remember this. Remember this, remember this, remember this, remember this, remember this. There will be some losers as we transition into this next phase. As you see AI threatening companies, putting companies out of business, as you see companies losing their foothold, know that all of those companies not coming back. Now, a company may not go to zero, but there's companies, when you look at their chart, you're like, damn, their 5-year return is -20. Right? Don't mean they're going to go to zero today or tomorrow. So you got to stop saying to yourself, this company ain't going nowhere. A company ain't got to go nowhere. They could just not be a great investment. Right? A company could not be going bankrupt. Just because the stock going down don't mean they're going bankrupt. It just means not a good investment, though. You know what I'm saying? Some companies 100% will die. They're not going to make it. I talked about this on my last YouTube, right? Think about companies that were ready. When the radio came out, how many newspaper companies went out of business? But when the internet came out, how many CD companies went out of business? Right? So every company not going to go out of business. Some companies just not going to do good for a long time until they eventually go out of business. Think about this. Kmart was going out of business for a long time. It wasn't until recently, like pandemic, where they really just said, all right, we got to pull a plug.
I just watched their story with Sears last night.
Yeah, Sears, it was at one time the largest company in America.
I know they had Discover. They had a couple other joints. Like
everything.
Everything. Cars, everything. Houses.
Right? Honestly, General Electric. They was going a downward trajectory until they got a new CEO. And the first thing he did when he got in there and said, hey, everything that's not making money, kill it. Next, we about to split this company up into 3 things. GE Aerospace, GEV Vernova, which is going to deal with energy, and GE Healthcare. That's our 3 businesses. Everything else, kill it. He took the one business, separated into 3 businesses, and then cut everything that wasn't making money. Because they was on their way out the door. But that's what a great CEO can do. A great CEO can come in, change the culture, look at the first thing gonna do is, all right, what's the culture of the company? All right, where we making the money at? What's not making the money? Because whatever ain't making the money, I don't care about the passion project. It gotta go. It ain't making no money. I'm gonna give y'all a great example of how I did that in real time. As much as we loved building the brand, it was something that I loved. We brung somebody in, he said, hey, I'm gonna be real with you, Trap. Your personal page is doing really good. Your network page is doing all right, it can do better, but this building a brand, the people don't, you got some people that like it, but it's trash, bro. I'm like, it's trash? I'm like, bro, we putting in work, I'm productive. He's like, bro, unless you find a way to repackage it or redo it or retape it or something, the people don't like it. I'm like, what you mean the people don't like it? The people like it. He's like, all right, let me show you how the people don't like it. Look at the views on it. I was like, damn. I'm like, but look at the comments. He's like, but look at the views. I'm like, yep, the comments say they like it, but the views say it's trash. He say, now listen, we can get real granular because now, he said, nah, if it's something you love to do, I'm okay with it, but guess what? You losing money doing it. I said, what? He said, because think about it. They're shooting, they're recording, they're editing. Instead of doing that, your personal page is looking really good. I said, all right, bet. We all in on a personal page.
Put that energy over there.
We all on a personal page. Let me just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm paying people. I'm paying the squad. So now they got to record this stuff. We got to, hey, go sit down and do this. And,
archive.
Hey, do this. Go edit this. And nah, negative. Cut it. Until I can reframe it, repackage it. come up with a storyline. Until I can do the things that's necessary, I gotta let it go. And that's what businesses gotta do. So let's go a little further.
Hey, what's up, Trap? This your boy Stock Duster. I'm in the Patreon, bro, and I've been learning a whole lot for real. Thank God for you and the people that we have around you to bless everyone else with everything that you've been teaching us. One of the things I wanted to know was I'm in a trade with ARKQ, autonomous technology, and I've done that trade a few times. Like that's like my bread and butter. But one of the things I'm confused on is the open interest on it. So the trade that I'm in right now has only like 9 open interests, and I did a trade before with the same amount of open interest. The trade went up $9 and it stayed flat. Like I made 0 money. So you could clarify that for me, bro. That would be a great help. God bless you. Salute.
All right, looking at that trade right now. So the trade went up and ooh, that's so good. That's so good. The trade went up and you didn't make money wasn't because of the open interest, it was because of the delta. Yep, now let me go a little further with that. The delta collided with, watch this. So one, your delta is telling you how much, now, you know, I don't get into all the Greeks because that ain't my thing, right? I like to stick to 2 Greeks that make sense to me. Delta and theta. The reason being, delta telling me how much money I make as my option trade move. Theta tells me how the time is working against me. Those 2 are important. But let me tell you what happened. The open interest was cool. That's just the liquidity part of it. The reason why you didn't make money was because, now the open interest is key there, but I've gotten into play, and the Patreon has done this before. We've gotten into play with low delta, with low open interest, but as the play start taking off and moving, that open interest picks up. Now, some places have low open interest. So, but if it's a thing, we good. But here's the thing that happened. The interest in the play and the volume is what happened. So watch this. I've always said this to my people. Everybody talks about the stock price moving, but nobody ever talks about the bid and ask. That's it. That's where your money at. The money is not in, man, I'm so glad you asked this question. The money is not in the stock price going up. People gonna be mad at me. Somebody gonna probably clip this up and say, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Why? This is a prime example. The stock price can go up, but if that bid and ask ain't moving, that means people are not auctioning that. There's no demand for it. How do you know? When you go to a stock, you say, damn, boy, them premiums high. That means it's in demand. That means it's in demand. And you keep seeing them premiums go up, you're like, hey, this thing in demand. That means people want it. So now the spreads get bigger, that means people fly. Remember, for you to make a play, for you to buy something, somebody got to be willing to sell it. For you to sell something, somebody got to be willing to buy it. Well, there's a market maker that gets that arbitrage, which is in the middle, and then he negotiating between the 2 people like, hey, let me go find these shares for you so I can get it. When nobody not want to buy that, watch this, from the options market, nobody don't want to buy it. The stock might be going up. That's good. But if nobody in the option market is willing to say, yo, I'm not willing to pay that for that, it's like, nah, it ain't going nowhere. That's why the stock can go up $9, but you cannot make no money on it. Right? The stock, and I've said this so many times. I'm like, hey, this is why even in the Patreon, I kind of stopped doing it because it just started frustrating me because they was like nitpicking about some little stuff. But I used to I bought it at this price because that's where you know. I'd be like, hey, I'll put, here's this option play I just bought. Here's the expiration date. Here's the strike price. Here's the price I paid. And the reason I would put the price I paid because If the stock fell and the price I paid didn't fall, then you still get it at the same price. But if the stock fell a little bit and then the price I paid fell, you've actually now just got the option I'm in at a discount. So I will always say, it was like, Trap, I can still get in this plan. I'm like, yeah, the price fell. It ain't that far, but change your expiration date because you don't got to be out as far as I am. What happens is you was in the play, it went up $9, but nobody wanted to auction that off. Nobody was like, I'm not really interested in it like that. Now, they was interested from a stock perspective, but from a trade perspective, from that bid and ask, that arbit, they was like, nope, I'm good. And how do you know? Go look at the price you paid for it. Not the stock, not the price the stock was when you bought it. Go look at the premium that you bought it for. What do I mean by that? Let's say you bought it. All right, let's go. I'm here. I'm here, right? Go look at everybody should do this when you buy a stock, because this how you gonna know you made money. Matter of fact, do me a favor right quick, Jose. Tell Benton put up the recession portfolio. Tell Benton put the recession portfolio. I'm gonna give you a real life example, right? This is gonna help y'all out right here. This is gonna help y'all out right here. Oh, I gotta turn my screen on, huh? No, not for recession portfolio. All right, so watch this. Here you go. Right here. Always use this. So you see that it says that the last price for AEIS is $62.40, right? But on my price paid, it'll tell me what I paid for it. Mind you, I said the stock is up 100, we up 100, not the stock, the contract is up 170, 80%. So that tells you that if I'm looking at this correct, we probably paid about $40-something for that. If I was looking at that correctly. We probably paid about $40. So how do I know if I made money? I know I made money not based on the stock price. I know I made money when the price I paid for it and the last price has a huge difference. So if I paid $40 for it and it's $62, that means I've made $20 per contract, per share. There's 100 shares inside of a contract. Am I making sense right here? Am I making sense right here? Right? So what probably happened is if you go look at the price you paid and the last price is probably the same. That's how you know you made money. When you go say, hey, the price I paid was this. Here's how do I know I'm losing money on this NVIDIA trade? It's saying last price, $5. I think I bought it at like 11. It was probably like 11. So my buy price was probably like 11 or 12 or 11 or 10. It's now at 5. That tells me I'm losing money. Even if I didn't see the red, if I just saw the price I paid for it and the last price, that tells me that that option contract is losing money. I think we realized, probably did. I'm just coming off the top of my head because I'm looking at the screen because I wanted to show a example. And this was, you know what I'm saying? So same thing with Goldman Sachs. I think I got a lot of money now. So I think for the Goldman play, I think I bought it probably at maybe, $57. Huh? I don't feel like going. I think I bought it at like $57 and now it's at 51. So now I know I'm down on that trade. Even if I didn't look at the actual dollar amount, I can look at the price I paid and the last price. So pay attention to that. The price you paid and the last price. And so what the last price is telling you at, this was the last price that this option contract sold at. Right? So if you ever go look at your price paid and you look at the last price gonna always tell you this is the last dollar amount that this contract that I'm in sold for. That's how you know if you made money or not. Catch up, Mustard. Let's go a little further. I hope that helps somebody out, man. I hope that helps somebody out. I hope that helps somebody out. I hope that helps somebody out. All right, let's get back to it, man. All right, let's get
It
Certified
started
Trapper of the
as
Week.
a way to get to work. The Safe Bus Company operated in Winston-Salem, North Carolina from 1926 until 1972. At the time the Safe Bus Company was formed, public transportation did not operate in neighborhoods where mostly black people lived. As a result, several different jitneys provided the only transportation for African American workers to get to their jobs in the city's tobacco factories. A jitney bus is simply an automobile that carries passengers for 5-cent fares. Only 22 jitneys in the city were available as transportation for the city's black population. On April 24, 1926, Mr. Clarence T. Woodland organized a meeting of all the jitney owners and suggested that they organize to form a single company. Out of the jitney owners operating in the Winston-Salem area at the time, 21 men showed up for the first meeting. After that initial meeting, 13 operators pledged their life savings, purchasing shares of stock for $100,000, forming the Safe Bus Company Incorporated on May 26, 1926. Safe Bus Company eventually employed more than 80 drivers and carried 8,000 passengers a day, earning the distinction of being the largest African-American owned and operated transportation business in the world. By 1968, Safe Bus Company was the sole public transportation provider for Winston-Salem's African-American residents. In 1972, the Winston-Salem Transit Authority purchased the assets of the Safe Bus Company. Many people say that segregation gave birth to Safe Bus and integration ended it.
And that was it. Hey, listen. You know what's something I learned too, bro? We had a lot of black people that started bus companies, bro. I learned that. We had a lot of black people that started a bus company, man. The Safe Bus Company was chartered in 1926 when several small, man. Group economics.
Because they didn't have, like their own transportation, so yeah.
Group economics is so dope, bro.
Yeah.
Group economics is so dope. Let's go a little further, man. This was interesting. I saw this. Black American wealth has increased 70% since 2019, according to the Federal Reserve. Give yourself a round of applause. Now, I'm gonna say something. I was talking to who the hell I was talking to? And I said, when you building wealth, you have to stay consistent with the idea that the reason why you started is bigger than you. You gotta be willing to say that. You gotta be willing to know that we have to increase our financial hygiene. Somebody say 70%. When and why don't I feel them? Well, it depends on how much you invest in. What's your financial hygiene like? Are you a saver? Are you a spender? Are you an investor? So when it says that 70% increased by 70%, that means you got more black people investing now more than ever. That's great. It don't mean you got 70 billionaires running around the world that's black. It don't mean you got 70 multimillionaires running around that's black. It's saying that increased their wealth. That can be home ownership. That can be more investing into the stock market. That can be more entrepreneurship. Somebody say, Trap, you Black history. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something so real, man. I'm still evolving, bro. I'm still learning. I'm still making so many mistakes. I was just praying to God this morning. I said, God, I need you to help me eliminate a few versions of myself that I'm fighting to let go. And I gotta let them go because they don't serve me in this version, this capacity. They don't serve me well in this area of my life. They harm me. They harm me. And I asked God, and I said, God, like, I've built who I am, not Wall Street Trapper. My existence as a who I am has been built around certain ideologies and certain philosophies that come with certain attitudes, that come with certain visions, that come with certain, and I'm like, God, I need you to help me. I think I was talking to Sean, man. Sean was like, man, I look at Sean like a little brother, man. He hit me with a good conversation this weekend. It made me think about something. And I said that, like, they don't serve me in this area of my life. They don't serve the version of my life that they worked for helped me get here. But just like some people not meant to go with you all the way on the journey, there's versions of you that you gotta leave that's not meant to come with you on a journey. And the more you hold on to them, the more you actually hinder the journey. Because remember last week we talked about anchors. Well, those versions of you can be anchors that keep you stuck. And you can be evolving in every part of your life, but there's one part of you, or these two parts of you that you refuse to let go, and they keep showing up over and over and over and over. And what happens is you'll get frustrated with your life, and what you're not realizing is, you just got to cut that. But you don't want to cut that because you feel like that's a part of who you are. And what's happening is you're killing the metamorphosis. And which is an oxymoron, because a metamorphosis is you killing yourself. Man, that done went over everybody's head. That done went over everybody's head. They done went over everybody's head. They gone. They gone. They gone. They gone. You feel me? And so you kill the metamorphosis instead of the metamorphosis doing the thing that it's designed to do. The metamorphosis is designed for you to voluntarily kill you so that you can be the best version of yourself. The best version of the butterfly, the best version of the caterpillar is the butterfly. So the caterpillar can actually go through its life as a caterpillar if it decides, but it has to make a conscious decision, one, that I'm gonna kill myself so that the best version of me can evolve. Now, let me go even further into that. Not only must I kill myself, but I also must be willing to be vulnerable and be attacked while I'm killing myself. Well, why do you say that, Trap? Because how many of us have walked around and saw a caterpillar in a cocoon and we ain't even mess with it? We've seen it. We've seen it on the side of the tree. We've seen it hanging, especially I've seen it in New Orleans because they be on the oak trees all the time. And we just let it be. Well, the caterpillar does not have any power over what the outside world does it while it's in the cocoon. Right? And so, yes, you do gotta, watch this, you do have to die to yourself every day. But what are you dying to? You're dying to the flesh. You're dying to the mentality. That's 100%. But are you willing to kill yourself so that the best version of you can evolve? And so that's what the caterpillar does. The caterpillar says, I'm vulnerable. Watch this. The caterpillar tells itself, I'm okay with whatever happens while I'm in my weakest point so I can be the strongest me. Because guess what? Once the caterpillar evolves and goes through that process, it'll never eat the same and it'll never see the world the same. So a butterfly doesn't see the world the same way a caterpillar does. The caterpillar sees the world from the ground, from the bottom. The butterfly sees the world from the top. It's the beautiful version. It sees the aerial view. Watch this. A caterpillar could not survive as a butterfly. Meaning, if you put a caterpillar in the air and asked it to fly, it would fall to the ground because it's not designed to even be that way. But a butterfly can actually walk on the ground like a caterpillar. But it chooses not to because once you see the world one way, you choose not to go back to the old version of you. All right, let's go a little further. So anyway, the 70%, man, if you are part of that 70%, I know you are. I just want you to know, man, I'm proud of you. I know what it took for you to get there. I know what you are fighting on a day-to-day basis. I know. If nobody else told you, I'm proud of you. And if you've increased your network by anything I've said, anything I've done, or anything that you've heard from me, man, I appreciate you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. And I'm thankful for that. Let's go a little further.
I'm just thinking reparations might be a thing now.
Huh?
Reparations might be a thing now. We might have to, since COVID, you know what I'm saying? Infusion.
What?
They infused them. They infused the market with that money, and we flipped it.
Man, get Jose, man. All right, so tariff trouble. Importers face $3.5 billion bond black hole. Trump tariffs leaves importers with record-breaking $3.5 billion U.S. customs and bond funding shortfall. A record-breaking number of companies shipping products into the United States are coming up short on a federal government requirement to financially guarantee they can cover the import trade duties triggered by President Donald Trump's tariff policies. Now, you got to think that the way so there's people that are willing to impact the economy as a whole to get their overall agenda. And does that help us? Does that hurt us? Well, it is shown that the American people are paying 90% of the bulk load of the tariffs. So that shows. Also, I want to say something right quick, Jose. Man, rest in peace, Jesse Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. What, 84? It was 84, right? 84?
84 years old, man. $84 years old, man. All right, let's go a little further. All right, Trump tariffs threaten to offset much of the economic benefit of the new tax cut. See what I'm saying? Right? Some people cut off their nose, spike their face. And low-income fillers are worse off. Tax Foundation VP and Federal Tax Policies, Erica York wrote, $1,000, the average tax increase per U.S. household due to Trump tariffs. Right? So that's the increase you're going to pay. 2026, $1,000 is the estimate per household in current policies stay in place. So it's offset. Right? $1.9 trillion, the estimated revenue Trump imposed tariffs will create from 2025 to 2034 in a conventional basis. $1.5 trillion, the estimated tariff revenue from Trump's imposed tariffs will create from 2025 to 2024 on a dynamic basis, including a minus 0.5 effect of GDP. So, in essence, it ain't doing nothing. It just look good on the board. Let's go a little further. All right? Here we go again. Trump tariffs threaten to offset the economic, and this is how it goes. Look, tax cut, the tariff burden. Tax cut, Tariff burden. As we can see, it's just offsetting. So what I want us to do is I don't want us to get so caught up into the hype and so caught up into the I'm this, I'm that. I want us to pay attention to how do we grow, evolve, and financially put ourselves in position to benefit from whatever's going on or whoever's in office. Now, here's the price of food in 2026 based on the numbers. Coffee is more expensive by 18%. Steaks is more expensive by 12.9%. Cereal, 6.2%. Fish, 5.5%. Canned goods and canned fruits and vegetables, 5.5%. Lunch, wait, let me ask you a question. How you pronounce this? Lunch meat or luncheon meat?
Lunch meat. Lunch meat. Y'all say luncheon meat? Now, from DMV, we say luncheon. It's like, yo, you luncheon. Lunch meat.
The sandwich meat that go on your sandwich.
Bologna.
What it is?
Lunch meat. Do you say cheesesteak or steak?
That's not even new. That's not even the New Orleans thing, dog. We don't know about that. So do y'all say lunch meat or luncheon meat? Lunch is short for luncheon. That's a fact. It's luncheon meat, bruh. That's what it is.
Why would you put the extra syllable in there?
It's not extra. It's luncheon meat, bro. That's the name. Luncheon meat. That's it, dog. Somebody said cold cuts.
Cold cuts is crazy.
All right. But anyway, carbonated drinks, pork, ground beef. Damn, ground beef up as much as coffee and steaks. Candy, cupcakes and cakes, sugar and sweets, bananas, lettuce, frozen fruits and veggies. All right? What did go down? Eggs at 34%, tomatoes 2.4%, fresh bakery items 1.some%, butter 5%, potatoes 3%, whole chicken, oranges, pork chops, whole milk, and apples have decreased in price. They say the average person is adding about an extra $400 a month to their groceries, bro, based on price.
So the whole chickens went down in price, but they say we had a wing shortage.
But you gotta think, the wings is coming from Taiwan, Jose.
Bruh, every time I think about that.
Yeah. You know that.
But they got a whole.
You know that farm-raised salmon has been listed as the most cancerous thing you can eat. That's why I don't even, bro. I'm to the point where I never ate the farm-raised. This is like 5 years ago I found out about that. But bro, I don't even want to eat salmon no more.
Bro, the way they do it, you watch Diarrhea CEO, you can't eat nothing.
The way what?
Like you watch Diarrhea CEO, he'll have somebody on there, don't drink the water. Like I'm telling you, you can't even do nothing out here in these streets. But yeah, the salmon been. All the antibiotics and everything in there. And
also, did you know that the deli meat,
the cold cuts.
No, you know, I'm talking about not the one.
I know.
So the packaged one and the one they say that is bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I learned that about 3-4 years ago too.
Yeah.
So I don't even get that. I really just like the turkey, but I don't get it. So I got to get the whole turkey.
Yeah.
Like a whole turkey. But the lunch, like the slice, well, I don't eat pork, but the sliced ham, that's horrible, bro.
And they said the only reason turkey is quote unquote better because it's not as mass produced or mass consumed. So they don't put as much.
A lot of people that don't eat turkey. I love turkey. People say turkey is dry. I love turkey.
Yeah, I love it.
Bro, if I could get
I think turkey because of the chicken. Like, I'm trying to figure out.
I think I got to learn how to deep fry the turkey. That's my thing. This year, that's what I'm about to do. All summer. I'm going to give me a deep fry. I'm going to master the deep frying the turkey. My people deep fry them really good, bro.
Yeah, fried turkey.
I love turkey,
It's fire.
A deep fried turkey the right way, baked turkey in the oven or whatever. Like, I love that, bro.
And ground turkey?
I'm doing that all summer, dog. I'm gonna give me a deep fryer. I'm gonna deep fry me some turkey, man. Yeah, anyway, a record 476,000 Americans are now working 2 full-time jobs. Damn. Just shy of the all-time high set in 2025 and double the number in 2020. Total multiple job holders have climbed to 8.7 million, near a historic peak and well above the 2008 crisis level. The trend highlights a widening economic divide as more people take on extra work just to cover basic living. And this is why you need to come to the program. Because this is why I preach, like, don't quit the job. Don't quit the job. Just create another source of income that you don't got to clock in for. Don't be a turkey. Right? Don't leave. I always say, like, don't leave the job. And I say in the Patreon a lot, like, don't leave the job to be a full-time trader because the world keep telling you that, you know, being a full-time trader is it. Most people that are full-time traders, right, they've done a few things that's really good. One, they have mastered their budget and expenses. And two, let me say 3 things. 2, they make money in the market and they've learned how to take that money out the market and put that in something else so they're not solely dependent on the market. I can guarantee you that. Because we know that the market can go anyway. It can go up, it can go down, it can go against you, it can go sideways. And you never want to be in a situation where you have to be forced, listen to me well here, where you have to be forced to trade to live. You never want to be in that situation. Because anything can happen in the market. Anything. Right? And so really good people that are full-time traders, yes, they make money in the market, but they have found other things to put their money in so they're not solely depending on the market alone. Right? So they find, you know, and it don't got to be nothing crazy, nothing out, but you find ways to, hey, let me invest over here, let me invest over here, let me invest over here, because anything can happen here. And also at the same time, it's just human. It's just human for us to have bad streaks in the market. And you don't want to be on a bad streak and your rent due. You on a bad streak and the house note due. You on a bad streak and something done came up with life. Now you on a bad streak and now the thing that you relying on ain't coming through like damn, I'm on a 2-week, and your streak can last us till you can kick out of it. Right, so definitely, you know, be able to have other things going, like buying you some real estate, buying you some, like I know somebody that's a full-time trader, and what he did was he went Airbnb crazy. He went Airbnb crazy. I think every time he was putting money, I was like, damn, he's like, bro, I got 16 of them joints now. I'm like, damn, dog. You got 16 Airbnbs? He's like, hell yeah. Then he went like out of state and then hired like one of his cousins or something to manage his other ones. I was like, oh, I feel you now. He was like, bro, like, and he a full-time trader. You're a full-time trader. Now, I'm not saying you can't be a full-time, and that's it, but I'm saying you want to be able to be a full-time trader and say, hey, this is my engine, but I use the engine to go park cars everywhere else. I go buy Airbnbs, I go buy real estate, you just want that to be, one stream of income is financial suicide no matter what you're doing, whether it's a job, no matter what it is. Because we live in an economy and we live in a world right now where we ain't certain. Let's go a little further. All right, so let's talk about this, man. Here's the K-shaped recovery, and this is important for us to talk about, right? And I talked about this on my personal YouTube a while, and I think I talked about it right here. But look at this. Credit card balances hit a fresh high in the full quarter, raising by $44 billion to 1.8 trillion. According to new reports in household debt by the Federal Reserve Bank, the New York released Tuesday that a 5.5 jump from earlier this year, consistent with the K-shaped economy divide. And I talked about this. So the K-shaped economy is simply this. You have asset owners at the top end, and the richer gets rich. And you have small businesses, you have people who are living check to check, people who are barely getting by, they are getting poorer. And the reason being is because watch this, man, I'm about to say something that's so good. This is so good. This is so good. The economy isn't designed to support both. So, if you love capitalism, you got to know this. Capitalism is designed for capitalists to succeed. In order for capitalists to succeed, somebody has to be willing, let me rephrase that. In order for capitalists to succeed, there has to be capital taken from someone.
I heard that yesterday. Somebody put it even more. I was just like, sheesh, when you think about it.
Right? Capital has to be taken from someone, voluntary or involuntary. So, this is why you see so many wealthy people get into the stock market. It's the number one accelerator of wealth. This is why you see people who are, and I don't want to use the word poor, but I want to, people that are financially fighting for their lives, they don't have, because you're in a fight so much, you're not thinking like, hey, let me put my money in the market. You're like, let me put it in the bank where it's safe. Well, really and truly, that's the worst financial mistake you can make. But because the idea of investing seems more risky than saving, you go with the safe play, not realizing that, watch this, if the bank is only giving you 0.0% on your savings, and the market is giving you, let's say on a bad year, it gives you 6%, 8%, somewhere in the area. Well, think about this. 2022, the market was down 22%. 2023, 2024, it gave you 30, 2025, it gave you 20, 20, 30, or 20, 30, 20, something like that. So you made up for that 1 year, and you got back-to-back years. You got a three-peat, and you still don't know what this year going to end like. Right? And even before 2022, you didn't have a drawback from 2018. So you had 2019, 2020, 21, 22 drawback. And you got 23, 24, 25. Even if you invested in the S&P 500, you still was getting double-digit returns, while your savings account was only getting 0.0-something%. Even if you had a high yield savings, you was getting 0.4%. So the market still quadrupled that. Okay, well, you think about, all right, what about the year that it got negative? All right, cool. You got 4%. I got negative 22%. But watch this. You had dividends from the investments that you reinvested in the dividends, bought you more shares of itself, and then what you really did was, because the S&P was down, you actually bought more of it, And so now when you got the 20%, the 30%, and the 18%, you made that back plus some. So all I'm simply saying is the economy is designed for people who hold cash to lose. The bad part about that is, up until a certain age, we was taught that the banks were the best place to put our money. The thing about a small business owner, and I consider myself a small business owner as well, until you are able to leverage the business for the collateral that it is, you're gonna be stuck in that one too. And for the blue collar worker, until they're able to use the blue collar job to leverage it into some type of investment, you're gonna be stuck there too. Which means the rich are gonna keep getting richer and the poor are gonna keep on getting poorer, because the poor, and I hate to say that word because I'm from that as well, I am of that, it's the lack of information. And so when you say, bro, I really need the money though, I think you really do have the money. You just have a bad alignment with the money that you do have, because again, what's working against us is we listen to people that tell us we need a lot of money to start. Right? And so when you listen to somebody, I see it all the time in Trappin Tuesday, I see it all the time on my pages, where people be saying, man, that $1,000 ain't nothing. Well, put the $1,000 in the bank and see what happens. And let's compare it for 3 years. And then put that same 1,000 in the SP, see what happens. The difference is gonna be staggering. And so even before you learn how to trade, just put yourself in a position where, yo, how do I get my money to just keep working for me, dog? That's all I need. I ain't worrying about this. I just need my money. When I look at it, I made $5. I made $10. I made $20. Because guess what? That's $5, $10, or $20 I didn't work for. The problem is, watch this here. If your job gave you a $5 raise, you would be excited. Because immediately you're going to look at it from, 5 hours, times 8 hours a day, times 40 hours a week, you're going to go there. But if you look at it from the market, like, damn, all right, shit, $5. If my stock went up $5, man, that ain't nothing. It's the perception. You build wealth brick by brick. But because we have bad financial hygiene and we have poor financial tolerance, it keeps us on the bottom leg and we can't never transition to the top leg. Let's go a little further.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Jose, thanks for picking me, man. Shout out to Trap, man. What's up with you, family? My name's Winston. It's the poster guy. Wealthy Winston in the Patreon. I had a quick question with monthly options expirations. I understand we got the quad winching, and you do longer dated swings. I have a smaller amount of capital. So I was wondering, is there any kind of merit or justice in maybe the large hedge funds or institutions doing monthly options from month to month? It's kind of something I've been tinkering with. I don't know if I'm just outlandish with it, but sometimes I see larger bars, smaller bars, up or down, and I figure maybe there's some type of inclination for a future move with that equity. But thanks a lot, and appreciate you.
Hey, bro, we got some truck drivers.
I'm about to say, that's a truck, right?
Truck is being a thing.
That's what they said. They try to pull up to the 2-day event with the whoop-de-wop.
You can't park that out here, bro. Can't park that out here, dog. Shout out to Winston, man. Salute to you, bro. Thank you for pulling over, asking a question. My other guy acting like he in a big tank, and Trap, no hands on the wheel, dog. No, bro. Pull that big truck over, bro. Pull it over, goddamn it. Yeah, man, so I really don't be doing monthlies like that. I like to keep mine out, at least 90 days bare minimum. But you're going to see, if you're doing a monthly, then that means you probably kind of operating on a lower time frame, which means you're dealing with a lot more noise. Still can look at the overall structure, but if you're doing a monthly, you're not looking for a longer term play. You're looking for a shorter term move. And so because you're looking at those shorter term moves, yep, you're going to see those bars. And the institutions play everything, bro. They play short term, they play long term, they play leaps. They play it all, man. They covering the board from all angles, bro, so you can't really, miss them. I hope I answered that because that was kind of the idea I had around it. But if you plan a monthly, then you are probably operating on a shorter time scale, time frame. And if you operate on a shorter time frame, there's more activity. And more activity means liquidity sweep for institutions for sure. So I hope I got you, bro. Yeah, man, keep that tight stop. Keep that stop tight. Let's go a little further, Jose.
Chop, what's up, man? Jose, what's up? All the choppers, what up, man? Patreon, how y'all coming? Feel me? It's SB, self-made in the Patreon. Get to my question. Trap, when did you realize you was playing a bigger game? Like, I feel like we be on our grind. We all get our aha moment. But I feel like along the journey, you get your second aha moment when you realize it's bigger than you. Is you playing a bigger game. You feel me? What was that for you, Trap? Salute to y'all. Respect y'all. Y'all doing y'all stuff. Keep going. We trapping.
Wait, he driving?
Salute, King. Man, watch that road. It's a couple things, man. My daughter, one, was the first thing, bro. That made me know I was playing a bigger game. That was kind of the first thing for me. And two, once I realized that, like, there was a lot of dudes from where I was from that was relating to it, but saying like, bro, I understand it the way you talk it. I know you've been through what we've been through. And so that really made me start saying, all right, like, I'm willing to teach them. I'm willing to show them. And so once you realize you're playing for a bigger game, SB, it make you operate a little different because somebody gonna need the information that you got on their way up. Right? It's either one or two things. You're gonna either, you're gonna be giving it to your people or you're gonna be, helping somebody else that you don't know. And so you want to be, for me, it was able to say, all right, like, how much of this game can I understand at a high level so that I know for a fact that I'm helping my people up out this joint? You know what I'm saying? And then your money becomes the byproduct of that, bro. Like, freedom to me, and then it started looking at it like, yo, this how we get out this joint. You go around and you seeing everybody in your neighborhood working 2 jobs. When they say that as a stat, in my mind, I'm like, shit, in my neighborhood, well, he come from 70% of the people we know working 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? And so the bigger game for me was that, bro. Like, once I understood my daughter, if I get this right, my daughter gonna get to eat off it for a lifetime. I can teach her. I can help her build her portfolio out. And then I can teach my family, and then I can teach my homies in the street, and then I can start teaching other dudes from the street that this a way out. Once that became the thing, I was like, all right, I'm all in. So, yes, sir, I appreciate you, SB. Pull that car over, man. Pull that car over, man. Let's go a little further, Jose. We do a couple more. Another career bites the dust. Let's go, man.
We are now, in terms of, the models that write code, I have engineers within Anthropic who say, I don't write any code anymore. I just let the model write the code. I edit it. I do the things around it. I don't know, we might be 6 to 12 months away from when the model is doing most, maybe all of what SWEs do end to end. And then it's a question of how fast does that loop close?
So the biggest thing now is Anthropic. And I think me and Sean was talking about how quick AI is just evolving in. As these models become, smarter and smarter, man, no job is not on a chopping block. No job. Like, even part of me wants to hire like somebody that's really, really, really like profound to see like, all right, like what people I don't have to hire moving forward that we can just automate this with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get one person that's really, 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 really like dominant. And here's the crazy part about it. The person that's really good at AI and using it is probably not somebody that went to college. It's probably somebody that just spent a lot of time playing with it. That's all it is. Somebody that's really, really good at it. So now we live in a world where we living in a world now where your college degree not even what's gonna matter what it mattered 5 years ago, 3 years ago. Right, because you're gonna show with this college degree, they're gonna be like, all right, yep, you got the college degree, but this person here can run my whole company with this AI. And so that's what's happening right now. Somebody say, not a nurse and a doctor are safe for the next 30 years. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Because they already sent, you ain't just see that they just had a robot that did a surgery.
Did surgery. Yep.
They just had a robot that did a surgery.
Surgery, not
Bro, surgery.
Surgery.
I'm asleep and you right? Nothing ain't safe. Ain't nothing safe. A robot just did a surgery. That means we are now looking at a world where you can go into a hospital and you literally talking to a robot. The robot taking your blood pressure, that's how it starts. The robot running your labs, that's how it starts. That's how it starts. Amazon started with robots sweeping the floor, and before you know it, now they got robots unloading trucks. It starts with early entry positions. Hey, just take their blood. They can take their blood. Yep. I mean, I don't need them no more because you calling off work, you calling off sick, you doing all that. Hey, they can take your blood. No industry is safe. No industry is safe. They just had robots doing paralegal work, and they said the robot did the paralegal work in 1 hour that it would usually take 2 weeks to 3 weeks for a team of paralegals to do. In 1 hour. One hour. So that means the lawyer now not gonna need all the paralegals that he had. He gonna just say, hey, I just need 1 or 2 robots. And that's gonna give me all the information, all the data I need. So now that eliminates them jobs. Somebody say skilled tradesmen. Not true. I did ironwork. Guess what? They're gonna find a way to have what? Robots welding. They're gonna find the problem is you think you're safe. These things learning at a rapid speed. Goldman Sachs just used Anthropic inside of their thing and said, yup, here's a warning, y'all. This is about to be crazy. Robots now doing insurance, they doing credit ratings, they doing everything on Wall Street now, bro. That's why no, you ain't safe. You not. Bro, these things is learning. Think about this. I want you to think about this really and truly. Think about the time you first heard Siri speak. To when Siri wouldn't even she was only to be able to do 1-2 word things with you. Now, they telling you now, say hi, Siri, say bye, Siri, say, when you set your iPhone up, you got to say like 3 or 4 sentences, and now the thing can have a whole conversation. I'm just saying, if you keep saying I'm good for 20, 30 years, you sadly mistaken, because they growing and they getting smarter by the minute. And you know why they getting smarter by the minute? Because the everyday person not just using it. Guess who else using it? Doctors is using it. Lawyers are using it. Ginseng Wine, the Dr. Jekyll of AI, say he uses AI. So that means there is nothing in the world, that is nobody in no profession in the world that's not using AI. That means those data centers are full of information of your questions, everything you asking it to research, everything you asking it to build. Don't think they just let you just build, you just type it in there and it ain't storing data. So the more you type and the more you ask, and remember this, there's 8 billion of us on the world. There's 400 million of us in America. We first. Because guess why? We get lazier by the day. They designed us that way. DoorDash made us lazy. Amazon Prime made us lazy. Zoom made us lazy.
They set us up.
Oh, they've been setting us up for the kill.
For the sacrifice.
For the sacrifice. They've been setting us up. They just played the long game with us. They just played the long game with us.
I always ask people, just in the branding space, and I'll be saying that, yo, can AI take your job? Hey, no, AI can't never take my job. Ain't gonna never take my job. I said, one, that's a bad place to be, because if I ask you a question, could such and such another person take your job? Are you the best in your field? Are you the best? AI will be able to. So now you got to be innovative in that space to figure out, all right, what is the next?
You got to be there,
because when you complacent,
bro, you can't. Can't, bro.
You gone.
You gone, bro. Ain't nothing safe. Somebody say strippers might be safe. Guess what? I literally saw on YouTube the other day, I'm not saying the strippers, but they had a cafe of people dating AI. I said, what?
Bro, they got the full AI.
And the dude said, the only thing I don't like about it is that I can't talk sexual to it. So guess what that means? There's gonna be a version that's gonna be able to do that.
Think about how many people who have long distance relationships and never meet each other.
Come on,
it's
bro.
the same thing that's gonna be on the phone.
That's it, bro.
FaceTime.
People gonna be talking to it, and that's all it needs, bro. It just needs you to keep feeding it the data. That's why I get faster and faster and faster and faster. I remember Jose said one time, he said, man, I asked, this was a while back, man, I asked it to give me a glass of wine full and it couldn't do it. Do it now.
Yep.
I said, what? He said, bro, I fussed with this thing for hours because he asked it to give me a portrait of a glass of wine.
Yep, full to the rim.
Full to the brim. But the only reason it couldn't do it and it took so long is because it hadn't computed enough people to ask it that yet. I guarantee if you ask it now, it's gonna come up to you.
Oh, they got it in 2 months. 2 months. He was like, he laughed at me. He said, I got you now, Jose.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. That's all you gotta remember, bro. Everybody around is asking questions. Everybody trying to figure out the shortcut. Everybody trying to figure out the shortcut. So because everybody trying to figure out the shortcut, we feed it the data it need to get smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter. And I heard somebody, I can't think of who it was, he said the next generation of billionaires won't be people that have big businesses. It's gonna be one person with a team of AI agents that's gonna make his company public. That's the next generation of billionaires. One person with an idea, a team of AI agents that put this thing on the stock market, boom, that's it. That's billionaire status. As long as you keep thinking they're gonna need humans to do all this, you keep thinking 20, 40 years, bro. I'm saying, like Ace say, I'm talking about in 4 days. Anyway, man, let's go a little further, man. So, Southwest stocks valuation at the lowest since 2014, and we see we saw Southwest stocks go crazy, and I said it like kind of toward Q4, but I'm looking at this chart, and it's like, dang, 2022 was at their peak, but, ooh, look at that bear flag set up right there. My God. Look at that bear flag, huh? My God, look at that bear flag. Yeah, man. And these software companies gonna feel it. Because companies like TurboTax, companies like Intuit, companies like, you know, like, what am I paying all this for? And that's the thing, people, CEOs not gonna be wanting to pay certain stuff because they can just say, bro, I can just type it in AI. And that's what's gonna kill, man. That's what's gonna kill. That's what's gonna kill. All right, man, so I think we had a good show tonight, man. I think it was a phenomenal show, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in for 3 whole hours. Man, can't do it without y'all, man. Again, man, a feast before the sacrifice, man. I hope y'all, if y'all listen to that opening monologue, man, go check it out again. Just be safe in these streets, man. Be safe in these stock market streets, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you get your tickets to Make Your First Trade. Also, man, we didn't even drop the link for the video for the movie night, bro.
Oh, I've been dropping it the whole night.
All right, we got the movie night, but no, like, we dropped it, motherfucker. So we got the movie night coming up, man. Again, it's Friday, first movie, looking at Do the Right Thing. Saturday, we doing The Wiz that morning. Saturday evening, we doing Harlem Nights. Saturday night, we doing Judas and the Black Messiah. It's free. There is no charge. There is no charge. Just come ball out with us. Come have a good time. Y'all know I'm gonna be here, man. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to this channel. Go check out some stuff on the personal page. I'll see y'all next week, man. Same time, same place. Salute.